I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It is a feel-good kickstart to your day. Let those words sink in. A very good morning. My name is Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you've had a beautiful start to what promises to be a beautiful, energetic, vibey day. We're going to cram in as much entertainment, information, and hopefully a really nice positive surge into our morning. We got 3 hours with you in our clutches, and we're going to savor every second of it. Likewise, our princesses. Princess, how are you doing? Sweet thing?
I'm good, and you?
So much better now. I know
Yes.
that my sigh gets bigger and bigger every time I see you, so I'll have my usual cappuccino. Thank you so much. I think for the boys,
Thank you.
I don't know if I've got it down. You can tell me if I'm right or not. For Tubbs, Uncle Tubbsy, I'm guessing I've tried to get him down from 2 sugars to at least just 1
Yes.
sugar with the amount of coffees that we drink. Cappuccino, 1 sugar.
Yes.
Cat, Americano, a little bit of milk.
A little bit of syrup.
What do you call a little? Yeah. A little tats of hazelnut.
Hazelnut,
That sounds wonderful. Please, the boys are ready and waiting. I can hear the tatsing going on from the beauty room. Morning, boys.
Hey. Good morning, G.
Very good morning to you. We're reporting for duty.
Yeah, and Tabby Somakubela, but you can just simply say Uncle Tabsy. Welcome to. Thanks for the coffee, G. Thanks for also being so considerate and dropping me from 2 sugars to 1. I mean, that just is what I need. You know what I mean?
With a little for
A
me.
little as well for you. A little bit of a
It could be a thing. It could be a thing, I tell you what. But listen, it's going to be a wonderful morning. We're nearing
It is.
the end of the month. The 30th of July it is today. One more day.
Yeah.
And then we're officially past the halfway mark of the year. 2020 is but 5 months away after this. It's
I
crazy
can't
to think
believe
about it that
just,
way, right?
Just yesterday, we were all just running around trying to find fireworks for New Year's Eve, and here we are having to stock up
You
again.
still do that?
I mean, you know, Kokas, you kind of have to, otherwise you're not really crossing over into a new year if you're not doing that. But
Okay,
listen,
Tabsy.
it's a brand new day. It's going to be such a feel-good one, and we already have given you our first post on social media because that's what we do. And we've asked you if you're going to Mauritius for a weekend, but you can only take 3 items. 3 items only. You can only pack 3 items for your
Travel
trip to
Tuesday.
Mauritius because it's Travel Tuesday today.
Yeah.
What do you pack? What would you pack? What
3
3 items would you absolutely not leave behind or not do without?
Shorts,
Yeah.
sunscreen,
Yeah.
and a wallet full of money.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about the money because actually why you
Limitless credit card.
Okay, so it's probably because I went to a Club Med resort, so I'm thinking you don't need the money, you
Yeah,
don't need a
everything's
wallet.
taken
But
care of.
I think sunscreen definitely, sunglasses, and my cell phone with
Yeah.
power bank in one.
Oh, no, that's 2 items. You're cheating. That's 2 items.
Oh man, but yeah, please do let us know on social media on our Facebook page. What 3 items would you absolutely take with if you were going on a trip to Mauritius that you would not leave behind? Use that hashtag Expresso Show.
Of course, let's clue you in on what the weather looks like all throughout the country today. If you're in Johannesburg, you can expect sunny conditions with delightful temperatures all throughout the day. Clear skies are expected with little to no wind, and humidity remains extremely low throughout the day, so you can enjoy a wonderful one. Sunny conditions in Durban. There's in fact plenty of sunshine with clear skies and pleasant temperatures. A southwesterly wind picks up towards the afternoon with skies remaining clear throughout the duration of the day as humidity fluctuates. If you're going to be in Port Elizabeth this morning, you can expect sunny conditions with temperatures that are not as warm as the day before, but rather pleasant. A southwesterly wind can be expected throughout the day as the wind picks up and humidity rapidly decreasing. In the mother city, you would have felt it this morning as well. A bit of a rainy day, mainly cloudy conditions with the occasional sun and a couple of showers in the morning as well as in the afternoon, and a strong southwesterly wind that can be expected in the day. And as the evening approaches, the wind then will die down and a couple of showers are expected with cloud cover increasing gradually throughout the day. So that's what it's going to be like in the major metropolises all around the country.
It's insane. You just mentioned a bit of rain for Cape Town and it starts raining. Do you hear it outside? It's already raining.
Actually, yeah,
and
it is.
we're driving here with like these 80 kilometers per hour winds, nearly just blowing us away. I think I need to get myself kitted up for this cold morning here in
there we
Cape
go.
Town.
There we go.
It's going to be a bit of a cold one. These bomber jackets are really cool. Like
I have like, I think 6
Yeah.
in different colors.
Yeah.
Because they are so versatile.
That's it.
Whether you want to dress it up and dress it down,
Yeah.
you can always find an occasion to pair an outfit with a bomber jacket.
That's it, and you'll never go wrong with one. And the really nice thing I like about these Studio W ones is that they're not very heavy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they can get really heavy and you're walking around just carrying it because you can't wear it anymore. This one, so there's something about the technology that they've used of the fabric that's got that extra breathability that I really do enjoy. And I
But it
really
still gives you
appreciate.
that puffy feel.
But it's got a nice puffy feel and it's really warm and you'll never go wrong.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yeah. Listen, I'm really looking forward to Travel Tuesday today. As we said earlier on, we're talking about Mauritius.
Yeah.
And of course, with our friends at Travel Start, we're going to be showing you their latest special. And of course, the travel bug has truly bitten me. And we'll be biting South Africa very, very soon as we all look forward to tropical island of treasure, Curacao.
I was just about to say, please just take it easy on the travel bug because you've really been away. You have been all over the world.
I love travel.
In the last 3 weeks, you've just not stopped. Please take a break. Take a break.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful day, and of course, as Graham said, we've got a whole lot of entertainment coming your way. But of course, we seek to inspire you at the start of a brand new day with a quote. Graham, what do you have for us this morning?
Gents, I'm sure you agree with me. There is one international superstar, and she really has become the queen, the entertainment mogul, but ultimately the new queen of daytime talk. Ellen DeGeneres, she would fit right in here. She has exactly the same ethos: inspire, use your platform to make people smile at the very least. And for her, I think her whole reason for being is making people feel loved and showing caring and getting people to care more about each other. But she's also achieved a huge amount of success on the back of tasting some pretty incredible failures, and anyone who knows her story of how she had to fight to find her space within just the stand-up comedic space will know that she knows what she's talking about, and she has earned her chops, so to speak. And she had this to say: when you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail, and both are equally important. We hear the cliches about needing to fail in business. You need to fail in life to learn those ultimate lessons, to draw that line in the sand so you'll never go back across that again. You need to have tasted failure, unfortunately, to know the power and the joy of success. So if you're caught in the failure stage of life, don't worry, it will turn around. And if you're caught in that successful phase, rock on. This is going to be an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's set sail for a beautiful new Tuesday morning with those news headlines.
And let's take a look at what the headlines are this morning. Parliament says that it will comply with the ruling of the High Court in Pretoria to suspend the remedial action of the Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane against Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan in the SARS matter. Now, the law firm involved in the silicosis class action case yesterday explained the process going forward following the landmark judgment. The firm said they first need to establish how many beneficiaries will accept the compensation before dispensing the money. On the international front, Ethiopia has planted more than 200 million trees in 12 hours, officials say, in what they believe is a world record. The project aims to counter the effects of deforestation and climate change in the drought-prone country. Now, a 6-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl were among the 3 people killed in a shooting at the Gilroy Garlic Festival in California in the United States on Sunday. In total, 8,434 people have died as a result of gun-related incidents in the United States this year. And finally, taking a hot bath or shower may do much more for your body than just cleaning it or offering you a chance to relax. Now, new research published in the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews says that it also helps you to get a better night's sleep. Biomedical engineers at the University of Texas in the United States analyzed thousands of studies linking a hot bath or a shower with improved sleep quality. They found the optimal timing of bathing for cooling down or core body temperature in order to improve sleep quality is about 90 minutes before going to bed. Thus, if baths or showers are taken at the right biological time, it will increase one's chances of not only falling asleep quickly, but also experiencing better quality sleep. So maybe save that morning shower for the evening. Let's take a look at the sporting headlines this morning. Here's Graham.
Let's pick it up with rugby news as the dust settles after another bumper rugby championship weekend. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has now added centre Andre Esterhuizen and lock Marvin Ori to the Springbok squad to face Argentina in their final rugby championship fixture next Sunday. Top of the log, we could win the rugby championships ahead of the World Cup. Then, of course, the South African 2020 African Nations Championship team, made up of mostly under-23s and fringe players, lost 3-2 to Lesotho in the first leg of their ongoing challenge at Sotsotso Stadium in Masiro over the weekend. In motorsport, the reigning Formula One champion and current championship leader Lewis Hamilton has been promoted to 9th and gains 2 points in the German Grand Prix. That after both our Alfa Romeo drivers, Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi, were handed 30-second penalties. We'll delve a little deeper into that and all of our stories on the top of the hour.
Money.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a look at your weather this morning. We've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures, and our regular photographer, Dogozo Makatini, has sent us his beautiful sunrise from Johannesburg, where sunny conditions can be expected today with delightful temperatures reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Yaku Katia also sent us his sunrise picture from Lesotho, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with a light northwesterly breeze reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Seems like a beautiful day out there in Lesotho. Let's take a look at those temperatures across the country, though, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 7, reaching a high of 26. The highest temperatures in the country today, that's in Mbombela, 12, reaching a maximum of 30 degrees. Pretoria, 8 and 26. Plenty of sunshine for Johannesburg today. 6 is your low and your high, 24. Mahikeng, 5, reaching a maximum of 27. If you're out in Klerksdorp, 3 is where you'll start off reaching a peak of 26 degrees. And a really cold start to the morning for Kimberley today. 2, your low and your high is 24 degrees. The lowest temperatures in the country, Bloemfontein, -2, reaching a high of 24. Richards Bay, 15 and 28. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, brace yourself, 9, reaching a high of 30. Beautiful day out there. Durban, 17, reaching a maximum of 25. Mthatha, 4 is your low and your high is 30. East London, 12, reaching a high of 26 degrees. And if you're out in Craddock today, you can expect some northwesterly winds traveling at 26 kilometers per hour. 2 is your low, reaching a high of 24. High humidity for Port Elizabeth, 11 and a high of 24. George, 10 and 20. And your temperatures is 7, reaching a high of 13. If you're out in Springbok, you can expect some couple of showers for 3 and 12. And that's where we leave it for your weather. Remember to send us those beautiful sunrise pictures.
Rather sobering news. I mean, fantastic to see what they're doing in Ethiopia, but pretty intense. A very morbid take on where the global headlines are at the moment. Quite terrifying. I think we need more positivity in our space. We did promise 3 hours of positivity this morning, so we'll jump on that train right now. I absolutely love Meghan Markle.
I think the whole world does.
I love that girl.
The whole world
I think
does.
she is so cool. She's a breath of fresh air. Harry, don't come and beat me up, bro.
The thing is now, are you allowed to call her? You can't really refer to her as that girl anymore. She's now your Royal Highness.
She's the Royal Highness next door.
The Duchess of Sussex. Of course, many of you might have been thinking that she might have been taking it very easy during her maternity leave, but she's been doing the exact opposite of that. In fact, she's been taking time to do a lot of things. In fact, she took to the Royal Sussex Instagram page to show that what she's been doing, and her Royal Highness has been hard at work as guest editor for the September issue of British Vogue, for which she has curated content with British Vogue's editor-in-chief, Edward Enninful, to create an issue that highlights the power of the collective. Now, the cover for the Forces of Change, as it's been named, features familiar faces of women that we've come to know and love for the differences that they're making in the world. And this includes Forces of Change actress like Yara Shahidi, who's there, trans actress and activist Laverne Cox, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, and renowned writer Chimamanda Adichie as well. 15 women grace the cover, each in their own allocated block. with the 16th block left empty with a simple or shiny surface, so that when readers look upon it, they will then see their own faces and see yourself as part of that collective, being part of that group of powerful women. That is absolutely amazing. And within the issue itself, readers can expect to find many articles written by trailblazers who are working tirelessly to make the world a better place. Also included are exclusive interviews with Dr. Jane Goodall and former US First Lady Michelle Obama. Wow. Conducted by Her Royal Highness herself. That is just power. And with her and her husband, Prince Harry's keen interest in charitable and life-changing work. I mean, we can't wait to see just how Meghan will further be leaving her footprint in the world for social change with this thought-provoking and poignant issue.
It's like he's doing it on the ground level, she's doing it with a digital footprint.
That is so cool.
How they are, when you talk about a power couple, that's what it should be.
Yeah, and using the platform for good, what it's supposed to be used for.
I suppose it's easy when you don't have to think about self-enrichment.
That's true.
You know, that does obviously play a part, so we'll take that. But you have this opportunity, and when you talk about the legacy of Princess Di, I mean, that is just so special.
Are you a reader of Vogue magazine? I think I'm
gonna lay out the 3,422 rand to buy an international magazine this morning, and I'm gonna give it again. He says,
not far from reality, Sky.
I have a feeling this one will be worth it. I think maybe a bit of a collector's edition. I think.
Absolutely.
Get your hands on it if you are so inclined.
Yeah. Speaking of a powerful woman who always has a positive dramatic effect on our lives, this Princess.
Do you know what's this Princess?
Thank you so much.
You got our back. Do you know how awesome that is for us? That you really do. She really does care about the fact that I have an unnatural relationship with good coffee and that I need the coffee to be able to do the show. I love you so much.
I find myself inspired once again. I want the camera to try and pan down to my coffee, because I do think that this Princess has painted a sunrise.
I was going to say it's a
on
sunrise over an
hold on.
African...
Can I just maybe bring it lower, just like that for you? Because there's a sunrise in my coffee. I want to sip on that.
I was going. It's either Tabiso's face or it's a sunrise. I couldn't quite.
Between with McAfee. See you after the break.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso live right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us this morning. It's time for us to take a look at the world of technology. I'm finding that every day the world is becoming more and more movie-like. We're starting to see things we saw in movies maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago, really come to life today.
Very true. One of the companies making that happen, Tesla, of course, and they've long indicated that they want their car system displays to not only provide information but also entertainment as well. And so to that end, Elon Musk says that the cars will soon be able to stream video from Netflix and YouTube. Now, Tesla has already unveiled games that drivers can play on their displays. And
while you're driving?
No. The games only work when the car's parked.
Okay.
And players can then use the steering wheel as a controller. So the same then in this case, although Musk notes that when regulators do approve self-driving, Tesla will allow passengers to then be able to stream videos while the car is in motion. That's the plan going forward.
That is so scary.
Really?
Are you not
Think
scared?
about it? No, I'm excited. It's technology, man. It's exciting. Anyway, Musk didn't unveil a timeline for the feature to roll out yet, but there are huge concerns that would come with any such feature, if you can imagine it. Of course, test vehicles are required to have a driver behind the wheel to take over in case something wrong happens. And even as self-driving technology does improve, it's hard to imagine that, you know, it won't go away completely. Because there's always like an emergency, unless if we find ourselves in a system where the roads kind of regulate the cars, you know what I mean? So there's a constant flow of traffic that if something had to go wrong, all the cars come to a grinding halt, and you don't need a human being to step in self-driving cars.
And we'd also need, I suppose, society where everybody is in a self-driving car. And so if they brought those cars
or
here...
neighborhoods, just neighborhoods.
Neighborhoods. But like, taxis go everywhere. And so until we have like self-driving taxis, I'm just nervous to be like trying to watch a series while...
They already have that in Dubai. Somewhere along the lines there, you know.
Hey, you know what? It's happening.
You better just tune in. Get into the vibe.
I need to arrive. I must land. It's a clear day. Oh man, well this is exciting. It's exciting and scary. Well, listen to this one. So earlier this month, French President Emmanuel Macron announced the creation of a French space force that would be responsible for defending its satellites. Now, the Minister of France's Defense has announced a program that would develop nanosatellites equipped with guns and lasers. So they announced that the country would be reallocating 700 million euros from the military budget for space defense, with more than 4.3 billion euros to be spent by 2025, which is not too long from now. Now, the military wants the next generation of satellites to come with cameras to identify adversaries, with a follow-up generation equipped with submachine guns and lasers to attack and disable other satellites. It's just mind-blowing.
Wow.
Now, according to the minister, the goal isn't to go on the offensive to take out the enemy satellites, but they're saying here that active defense is not an offensive strategy, it's self-defense.
You nearly did that in a French accent.
I tried, like the first word, I was like, no, let's leave it.
But maybe a reasonable course of action. If you have a look at what's been happening in the Gulf very recently with those massive boats being captured by both Iran and Britain as well. So maybe proactive.
I think yes. If you're under threat or if you've seen it happen, you know that it's possible. Then you must be prepared for when it does happen to you.
See, we talk about self-driving cars. We're already living in the age of Star Wars. There's going to be satellites armed with lasers and that's just so crazy. But do let us know which news stories from the world of technology have caught your attention this morning, and share them with us on social media using hashtag Expresso Show.
Correct. Now, this morning, Gareth Woods joins us in the lounge to review the latest highly anticipated game that's been released. It's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Here's Graham with Gareth.
Our friend and the gaming guru himself, Gareth Woods, is back in the lounge with us to talk about Marvel's latest release. That's not on the big screen. Yes, it's on the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool. Marvel Ultimate Alliance number 3.
Yeah.
Brother, welcome back.
Thanks a lot. It's good to be here.
It looks awesome. Hero Select, mighty. This looks very Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dripping in everything that's Marvel. It's just like all the heroes, all the alliances, and that's actually part of one of the key mechanics of the game is you can, for example, go into Hero Select screen here, and just choose from some of the heroes. So right now I've got Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, and Cap.
The OGs.
Yeah,
The OGs,
but I
man,
can
yeah.
say I want to let's switch out Spider-Man for whatever. Let's take Groot and Rocket.
Nice.
But then what happens is you can get all sorts of team bonuses. So for example, like if I look here, there's the new Avengers team, Guardians of the Galaxy, Femme Fatales, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they all come with different bonuses depending on how many of the team you have. So if you go Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I get Cap and Iron Man and the rest of the team, then I'll get the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. bonus, which will increase my vitality. So you can swap and match kind of to make up your team.
Just another layer to the team dynamic as well.
So I mean, like,
cool,
let's pick a team. Let's go instead of Iron Man, let's take Venom.
Yes.
Instead of Thor, let's take Spider-Man.
swing into action.
Instead of Rocket and Groot, let's take Captain Marvel.
captain is
And instead
ready
of Captain
for action.
America, let's take. We've got a fan of Hulk. Let's
Yeah, I was
take
going to say, please. Hulk
Cool.
smash.
So yeah, let's pair them together. I don't know if I got any bonus for that. Yeah, I got the big brains bonus. Obviously, that's Hulk. And as it just loads in, so there's my team, and they've all got different special abilities, and I can jump between them. So you can synergize some of your attacks.
Oh, wow.
So you've obviously got your special ability. Hers is this like blast thing here, boom.
Wow.
But some guys can pair together to have different attacks. I'm sure Spider-Man probably can pair with. No, there's no one who could pair in this match. But I
you did choose like his mortal enemy as
yeah, fair
Venom,
enough,
unfortunately.
So right now we're at the Raft, which is obviously the maximum security prison for all sorts of like bad dudes, super duos. And looks like we're taking on Luke Cage
I
now.
was going to say, it's Terry Crews. Terry Crews. Oh.
Nice to fight.
So we're going to take on Luke Cage here. Let's go, Spider-Man. We can swing into action here a little bit.
These prisoners out early.
Now we've Green Goblin.
Oh, Green Goblin.
Green Goblin is controlling everything here. Looks like we're not going to take out Luke yet. So yeah, obviously got the mechanics of your particular hero. So Spider-Man obviously is quite mobile, can swing around, kicking guys. We've got my web
Whip
slinging.
blast, cool.
I can switch between characters now. Let's switch to Hulk. Obviously, Hulk smash, that's what he does. He's got a heavy attack. He's not as mobile, so I can't do a double jump. I kind of like just prance in the air a little bit. But if I drop my heavy attack,
Area
he's
damage,
slamming the ground. Yeah, and what's great is you can play this by yourself, so I can jump between the different characters. Let's jump to Captain Marvel for a bit here. Rain death from above, but you can also switch. You can play local co-op. So I mean, I can play with 3 other mates, get them all a controller, play on the same screen, or you can play online. So
That's
against
where it
some or with some friends online. You can also play local co-op where you all have your own Switch and kind of connect between your own screens.
What's the story? Is there a storyline?
So where it starts is you are the Guardians of the Galaxy team, and you know, with the normal banter and all that goes along with that team, you then are met with you are attacked by some sort of Kree mothership sort of thing, and the Infinity Stones are involved. And next thing you know, you grab all of them and are teleported to your safe space, which for Star-Lord is Earth. He jokes about the fact that that'll always be home for him. And next thing you know, you're on the raft, and all hell is broken loose, and that's kind of where you are now, trying to like.
Ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
What sets this apart? It's number 3.
Yeah.
Is it a continuation? Is it an improvement? What's the?
So it's a Switch exclusive. So the others have been on the kind of other consoles.
Across
So
the platforms, yeah.
That's great to be able to play a game on the Switch. There are very few Switch exclusives that are not Nintendo games.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, the Marios and the Yoshis and that. So it's great that you're finally getting third-party companies making exclusives for the Switch.
And the heavy hitters as well, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and it's also try to stay up to date with what's happened in terms of Marvel movies, so the MCU and all that. So all the happenings that happened as part of like Infinity War and all that are part of the game. So
There is a reason for this, I think.
Yeah.
What's the best character?
I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, so like, I'm stoked he has his own game. But being able to play Spider-Man is always rad.
It's awesome, bro. It's the laws of physics being able to play off that. Well, there you have it. It's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, purely for the Nintendo Switch, which is quite cool in itself that they've got an exclusive there. It does look like a lot of fun. Okay, go smash, boo.
All right, listen, I'm very excited whenever it comes to any kind of dance performance. And right here, I have Joshua and Shay, and they are the Western Cape Ballroom and Latin American dance champions. And not only are they going to be performing for us a little bit later on, but they've taught me a little bit of a basic move that we're going to show you quickly at home. And it goes like this. Let's see the basic one first. It's cha-cha, 1, 2, 3. So if you want to learn the cha-cha, it's something like this.
Cha-cha, 1, 2.
See what? Look at this. This is the cha-cha that we're doing right now. on a Tuesday morning.
Cha-cha one together.
Cha-cha on a Tuesday.
Cha-cha one. Just two.
Take that into a break. We'll be right back. We are so cha-cha right now. Cha-cha right now. So cha-cha.
It's the Crazy Store's birthday, and to celebrate, Expresso will be giving away daily prizes this entire week. Each day, one lucky viewer stands a chance to win a hamper filled with epic Crazy Store goodies. Ensure that you watch Expresso every morning to find out how you can enter. Don't miss out between the 29th of July and the 2nd of August. We could be calling you live on air to win your share of crazy prizes thanks to the Crazy Store.
Die Nacht ist jung und ich will was erleben. Roll auf die Piste, denn ich muss mich bewegen. Ich seh ne Top-Braut und sie mich aus. Sie winkt mich zu sich rüber, verdammt, ich tick aus. Hey, die Gedanken spielen verrückt, als ich hier näher komm. Bitte kannst du mir verraten, wo du herkommst. Doch sie lächelt mich nur an, denn sie will nur spielen. Ey, sie hat den Monster-Body mit dem Monster-Blick und ihr Monster-Mono. Unbedingt tickt sie es ein.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much. Hopefully you are moving. You've been working on your Latin technique. It's a cha-cha-cha, baby. We're going to introduce you to some unbelievably talented youngsters who are going to show us how it's really done. I have a feeling in fact, over the recent weeks, it's been a masterclass. So thank you so much for weighing in and teasing us for all of our dance efforts last week. But we love connecting with you, obviously, on social media. It gives us a direct line of communication. So we want to see what you guys have been up to, how you guys are feeling. what fun you have been getting up to in your lives.
Okay, well, one of our top fans, Shireen Abrams, recently won tickets to attend a morning baking workshop with Sasko and Jenny Morris.
I was there.
Yeah,
I was there.
Well, she says that she invited her friend Dunyiswa Venyeza along, and they had a morning to remember. And she said, I felt so special, and everybody was so amazing. It made me feel right at home. And she goes on to say, Expresso is very special to me, as I have been watching it every day since it started airing on SABC3. I love my feel-good breakfast show. Shireen, man, that's beautiful, and that's what the show is all about, right?
Oh, completely.
We just make those connections, and we are one big family. We're part of one big family, and we're glad that it translates, and you guys feel the same way.
And I asked them specifically because we made about 20 variants of the most amazing bread, and I'm on a low-carb diet at the moment, so it broke me, man. It absolutely broke me, but it was amazing.
Look what you've done to Graham.
I told you, please don't tag me in any photos. But it was such a phenomenal group of women there baking as well. Really, really awesome. So thank you to Jenny as well. And so cool that you kind of made that connection. Thank you so much. Then we move on to Buddha Lebo Tulani, another viewer with a passion for baking. He shared these unbelievably cool pics and his recipe for his peppermint crisp dessert. How amazing does this look?
Wow.
We've loaded his recipe onto our website so you can try it at home. We're not paying you royalties, buddy. Unfortunately not.
That looks like something I definitely want to try out. That just looks so amazing. It looks so tasty.
Boom.
Well done. Okay, listen to this one. Sanele Last King shared this stunning image that he created with us, and we think it's brilliant. Keep up the awesome work, Sanele. That is just beautiful. It's a work of art, that. What is it?
It's like a face. There's a face in there. You got skills, man.
That's an eye over there as well.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a face, man. It's beautiful, man.
You're the man.
You are the last king, my friend. You are the last king. Then we are still buzzing from, of course, Saturday's brilliant encounter between the Bokke and the All Blacks. I could just drop the mic right there. Mxolisi Benedict Nkumanda shared this awesome pic on Friday and said the All Blacks and Springboks is on at the Nkumanda house here in Uitenhage in the Eastern Cape. Take a gander at that. Yeah. Ready for the challenge. Look at that little Maori challenge there. I love it. And I think that's, I don't know if that's big brother or big sister. I'm looking at the little pink glasses. I'm guessing big sister just like, whatever. Whatever.
She's not as involved in this photo as the little one is.
But
it's so cute. It's beautiful. And then, of course, the second one is from Stefan Swever. Take a look at this from Stefan Swever. Yeah. Wow.
Do we have one more, Vid?
That is talent.
And this one coming from Enrico Bazier. Take a look at this.
Summer turned to winter and the snow returned to rain, and the rain turned into tears upon your face. I hardly recognized the girl you are today, and God, I hope it's not too late. Ooh, it's not too late, 'cause you are not alone. Woo. I'm always there with you.
Enrico, man. This is special. This is truly special. You really are getting us into our feels. It's like feeling Tuesday, man. When you closed your eyes and you just we're zoning into it, I was just like,
and then he took us into his dream.
Yeah,
I love that. Is the Tuesday feels a thing?
That's Tuesday feels. That's not
a thing. It's a thing.
We can make it a thing. We can start a thing here. But listen, we love to connect with you, and we love when you share what you get up to. So please don't stop. If you want to be like all these guys, please make sure that you send us pictures, videos of whatever it is that you get up to at home.
I want to see a haka
out on the streets. A what?
A haka. The New Zealanders do the haka.
Someone do the haka and send it to us.
Okay, all right. Well, while you get your haka practice on, I'm in the presence of champions. In fact, Western Cape, Latin American and ballroom dance champions, Shay Constant and Joshua Dini are here, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a championship's welcome. champions, welcome. Great to have you guys here. And then, like I said earlier too, you're great coaches. You taught me my first cha-cha, and I've been part of a ballroom dancing competition TV show for 2 years. I've never learned the cha-cha before, so thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
That was amazing. And so you guys recently returned from Oudtshoorn, right? And you took part there in the South African Dance Championships there, and you won the Junior Championship.
Yes.
Take us through that experience. That must have been quite amazing, guys.
It was extremely amazing seeing new people dancing there, and especially having all the competition, and it was just an amazing experience.
Wow. And wait, how old are you, first of all, each of you?
Okay, I'm 11.
11?
And I'm 12, 23rd this Friday.
Oh, this Friday, Soma.
Yes.
Happy birthday for Friday. How long have you guys been dancing for?
I've been dancing for 7 years, but me and Joshua met. We're dancing now for 5 years.
Together as partners?
Yes.
And what got you into dancing to begin with?
Go first.
Well, I always used to have the love for dance since I was in creche, and my mom told me one day that she's going to take me to my to Kim's dance studio, and since day one I've always loved that sport, and I'm still there by today.
And doing amazing things there. What about you, Joshua?
Well, I moved in Saratoga, and then we used to always listen to music next door, and then we asked what's happening there, and they said having Latin and Ballroom. Then I went for my first class, and ever since I had that first class, the sport has just become my dream sport.
Yeah, and you both are doing incredibly well at it so far that you've also won the Western Cape 2018 championship at the Cape Dance South Africa competition. You've won, as I said now, the Junior Championship at the South African Dance Championships. So obviously, not only are you talented, but you're working hard as well, right?
Yes.
So tell me about what goes into preparing for, let's say, a competition like that.
Well, we have class about 3 times a week. So there would be Monday when we had our Latin private. Then it would be Wednesday when we would go to Ballroom and we would dance for about 2 hours.
Yeah?
And then there's Friday, which is group class.
I mean, your feet must be so sore after that. So sore. Who figures out the routines?
Our dance coach.
Yeah, and then they tell you what to do, and then you practice them. And then you also were part of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Festival when he was here. And when you guys were there, you took first place for Ballroom and 4th place for Latin. Do you have a favorite between the two? Because I know there's a very distinct difference between Ballroom dancing and Latin American style dancing.
Well, I love Latin.
Why?
Because I get to show my personality, and I get to feel in my emotions and all of that.
What about you, Josh?
On my honest opinion, I love Ballroom more.
Yeah?
I see it as a more structured dance, and it makes you actually become more of a gentleman.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I mean, it's like a yin and yang relationship. You guys are the perfect mixture. And then I've also got to say this. You guys are going to be taking part in the South African Dance Championships in Durban on the 15th and 14th of December, and also at the 3rd annual Rumba in the Jungle that's happening in Sun City in October. What can we expect from you guys there?
I'm not sure, but I hope that I hope we at least come at least 3rd or 2nd, 1st.
Top 3 kind of thing. You can say you want to win.
But this will be our first time. This will be our first time.
There we go.
There.
Well, listen, we're wishing you all of the best, and thank you for joining us this morning. We're looking forward to great performances from you on our Feel Good Breakfast show. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kushay, Constant, and Joshua, junior champions of Ballroom in Latin America.
It's your time to shine with Orbit Gum and Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. To enter, record a video introducing yourself, telling us where you live and what you will bring to South Africa's award-winning breakfast show. Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag Presenter Search on 3 and we'll find you. Entries close on the 31st of July. Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition in proud association with Orbit. It's your time to shine.
Welcome back to your Tuesday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show, the start of a brand new day. Thank you for joining us. So good to be in your company. Now, as part of Bata's mission to ensure customer satisfaction regardless of age, the company has appointed its first youth board of directors. Now, the board is based across South Africa with ages ranging from 8 to 16 years, and they're working hard to add their unique youth perspective to the future workings of the brand. And we have members of the Cape Town Youth Board of Directors in the studio this morning. But first, please welcome back Assistant Marketing Manager Roxanne Govender. She's in the studio alongside members of the Youth Board of Directors, whom I'll address officially in a very, very short space of time. But Roxanne, this must be very, very exciting for Bata as a brand. Tell us a bit more about the Youth Board of Directors and what its inner workings and functions are.
Hi, Kat. Thank you so much, guys, for having us back. So the last time I was here, we were doing a call for entries.
Yes.
And the entries were astounding. So obviously, we've obviously picked the cream of the crop. So sitting in front of me is 3 of the 7.
Yeah.
And it's actually been such an insightful journey because obviously we care about what our consumers think. We care about consumer insights. And obviously, this is the future. So they are very, very smart. They're very intellectual, and they have lots of great ideas. So I'm just going to hand it over to them.
Yeah.
To tell you what they think of it.
And we'll find out from them very shortly, but I understand you also had your first board meeting.
Yes, we did.
In July.
Yes. So
how did that go?
Very, very interesting. So we had a board meeting in Durban, Johannesburg, and Cape Town, and believe me, each region is absolutely different. So each bunch of kids they came with their own set of ideas, opinions, insights, creativity. So it was actually very insightful, I think, for us oldies to see what's out there, to see what's relevant.
Yeah.
And I think I've actually learned a lot from these kids.
Yeah, and all the statutes were adhered to. There was a quorum of board members there to constitute a meeting as such.
Yeah.
And as you've heard from Roxanne, 3 of the Cape Town-based members of the Youth Board of Directors are in the studio today for a little show and tell. And so they'll be presenting us with their favourite Bata shoes, telling us how the footwear fits their lifestyles. And first up, we've got Mia Kretschmer from Belleville High School. Mia, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Excellent, excellent. So why don't you tell us about your contribution to the Youth Board of Directors?
I'm here to talk about Tommy's, these beautiful shoes right here, and it's because I love dancing, and especially in Tommy's because they're so lightweight and it's trendy and fashion forward. So I can not only wear it to dancing but to any special occasion. So I loved giving my opinion about the brand at the meeting. So it's just a great experience.
Yeah, and it's everything that you are. It's young, hip, trendy, very, very cool. And while you're there, I mean, do you feel empowered as a young person to be contributing to a brand as big as Bata and giving your ideas, right?
Yes, definitely. It was so much fun because at the meeting we got the opportunity to pitch our own ideas for advertisements and be creative. And it was so great to really get to hear all the different ideas from all the other people that were there, and you really felt like you were heard at the meeting while you were given the opportunity to be creative.
Yeah, excellent stuff. And then next up we have 12-year-old, I believe, Tiago Teles from Monte Vista.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm in grade 6. I go to Monte Vista Primary.
Yeah?
And I play 3 sports actually. It's soccer, hockey and cricket.
So you're a very sporty kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I came to talk about Tuffy Tackies.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead. I like that, yes. Dynamism, you got to be involved with the product, yes.
So these are the Tuffy's Tackies sport shoes. It's great for general use on the sports field.
Wow.
And it's easy to clean, and it's available in lace-up, like this one here.
Okay, yes.
Or in the Velcro option, and it's available in black or white.
That is absolutely brilliant. Your kind of shoe, you vibe with it, you like it, right?
Yeah.
And what's the best part for you being part of the Youth Board of Directors?
It's all about, it's like very fun, meeting other people, meeting new people, going to the board meetings.
Yeah.
It's very fun, and the people there are very nice.
That's very, very cool, man. Very cool. And then finally, we have 13-year-old, is it Zahra Bailey?
Yes.
And you are all the way from Grassy Park.
Yes, I attend Cadbury Primary. I'm here to talk about Tuffy's school shoes.
There we go.
Tuffy's is 65 years old. Yes. Even
You have my attention.
Even my parents with him to school.
Really?
Yes, they're very strong as you can see, and they're durable, thick soles, and they're available in different styles for girls and boys.
Wow.
Yes, they are also designed for active children as well. For example, myself, I do different types of sport. I do gymnastics in my tuffies.
Okay.
I run
Whoa.
in my tuffies. I do netball as well in my tuffies. That's why tuffies are so tough.
That is the best pitch I've ever heard. Just is up there. That's amazing. And for you, what's the best part about being part of this board of directors, youth board of directors?
It was very surprising when I got chosen, and because one day I want to have my own company, so they leave in me with some tips, and I will go with their foot. Because I think that they're a very good company.
That's amazing. And when you say you want to have your own company one day, what kind of company would you like to have one day?
I would like to have clothing stores, and I'd like to have apartments.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is amazing. And what about the two of you, Tiago and Mia? What kind of futures do you imagine for yourselves?
I would like to become a professional soccer player.
Wow. And which team would you be playing for?
National.
Oh, you can name any team.
I'll play for Portugal or Man United.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. And what about you, Mia?
I'm not sure if you think career-wise, but I know because I mentioned that in Tommy's you can dance, and I love dancing, so I don't know what career my future holds, but whatever it is, I would definitely be dancing, because I also dancing is my life, and I compete with my teams also at championships. I saw the previous people that were on, they also competed, but I do hip-hop, so whatever my future holds, I'll be doing something fun and where I can really express myself.
Well, you do have two Latin American and ballroom dance champions in studio today, so maybe some tips that you can pick up from them. Roxanne, thank you very much.
Thank
and guys,
you so much for
thank you and congratulations for your contributions to the Youth Board of Directors. A wonderful achievement for all of you.
Yes,
well done. Well done. So we are looking forward to seeing how the Youth Board of Directors contributes to Bata building on its 125-year legacy with their unique perspective. And you can join the Bata experience at bata.co.za for all of the information that you need on where you can get your next pair of Bata footwear.
I don't fit beauty standards. I'm special. And so are you. Be comfortable with it. Bata.
Oh, the feel-good factor doesn't stop here on your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso live right here on SABC3. We're going to take a quick break. After the break, the Western Cape Latin American and Ballroom dance champions, they're in the building, and they're going to be peaking our feel-good all the way to the top, so stick around.
Where do you get your paving from? They've been around for so long. Where do you get your paving from? Their work is great, you can't go wrong. It must be Boss you're talking about. They're the best without a doubt.
One Boss for over 40 years makes Boss Paving the experts and leaders in paving. Call Boss Paving right away and get an amazing 37% discount with our unique lifetime guarantee.
Call Boss Paving right away.
Wouldn't you rather be in Mauritius right now? With Travel Start packages as awesome as they are affordable, it's a no-brainer. So this is your heads up on the 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale. This 29th and 30th of July on travelstart.co.za. With super discounted flights, packages to suit every pocket, and giveaways on top, Travelstart and the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority will get you to the islands.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Are you getting ready for our little Latin American workshop that's coming? It is coming just like your birthday. In fact, it is here. Today could be your birthday. Does someone love you enough to post a video, post a pic, send the most inspirational quote? I think they do for the following people. Let's dive into our birthday hit list for today.
Totally do. We start off with Zoe Pickard. Happy birthday to the beautiful Zoe Pickard. May the good Almighty keep blessing you more. We love you lots. This is from your family, Zoe. So cute, so adorable. And happy birthday to my favorite twins. The next one says, Jocelyn and Jeslyn, may God bless you abundantly. Thank you for everything. You have yourselves a great day. This is from Auntie Daisy, Erlin, and Ramone. We love you girls. They absolutely love you. Ooh, we're getting lots of twins these days.
I was thinking exactly that.
Twin power.
There are lots of twins in the world, and we are now meeting so many of them. That's awesome. We got the coolest grandpas as well. I love this message. I'm sending this birthday dedication to my only grandson, Aiden. He is turning 12 years old today. All the love, and that is from Grandpa Aiden. You look like you got some street cred, man. Cool dude, Aiden.
Happy birthday, Aiden.
Then God certainly knew what he was doing when he gave us your beautiful life. May he grant you many more beautiful years. Happy 6th birthday, Zoe. We love you, Zoe. That's from Mommy, Daddy, and your baby sister, Ava. Oh, I love that name.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, then Kathleen Janssen is 57 years old today.
birthday.
Kathleen, my word, 57. That's a big one. We just want to wish you a happy birthday. Know that you're very special to the family. Thank you for always being there for us when we need you the most. We love you. This is from the whole family. Happy birthday, Nana. And we've got one for Anna Machi here. It says, the Queen, Super Mom, and the Prayer Warrior was born today. She is Anna Machi. Happy 55th birthday to you, fabulous mom. Thank you for providing us with the support when we need it and giving us hope when we were hopeless. We love you a lot. This is from your family, your loved ones.
I hope you're getting smooches like that all day. You deserve it. Then it's my husband's birthday today. Chris, I just want to say... Yeah?
Is that your husband?
Punctuate that again. Okay. Chris, I just want to say you're an amazing man. Happy birthday to the most wonderful man in the world. May your day be blessed with all the blessings you deserve. Love you lots. Chris, seeing as your incredible wife hasn't put her name there, I'm going to say it is from me. You are an amazing husband. You're an amazing man. Happy birthday. Then we would like to wish my friend in Tabaling, Mokitamiti, a happy birthday as well. Thank you for being a crazy friend and an awesome sister. Kiurapetse, sending you all her love, you gorgeous thing. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday. Then we've got Bernice October. Special blessings to Bernice October on her birthday. She's turning 55 years old today. Love from your family. They love you. Have a splendid one. And last but certainly not least, we've got Yoliswa Matrus. Happy birthday to Yoliswa on her 34th birthday. May you have many more blessings. Remember to always stay as sweet as you are and believing in yourself. This is from Nolene and whole Kingsmead family in George. They love you. They love you.
From our family to your family, husbands, wives, we love you all. We are part of the same collective here. So happy birthday. I hope you're feeling incredibly special today. You too can send those messages of love, those dedications on that special person's birthday. Send your 15-second video through to 0716 406 551. We'd love to connect with you.
Well, happy birthday to you if it is your special day. But right now, time for us to take a look at those news headlines just before the top of the hour. Now, Parliament says that it will comply with the ruling of the High Court in Pretoria to suspend the remedial action of the Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane against Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan in the SARS matter. The court yesterday suspended the remedial orders pending a court review of the Public Protector's report on the so-called SA Revenue Service Rogue Unit. Now, Gordhan's legal team said this is an important affirmation of Gordhan's rights to procedural fairness. Meanwhile, the economic freedom fighters have said that they intend to appeal the Pretoria High Court ruling. In other news, the law firm involved in the silicosis class action case yesterday explained the process going forward following the landmark judgment. Alan Fine, communications specialist at the firm, says they first need to establish how many beneficiaries will accept the compensation before dispensing the money. The Johannesburg High Court has ratified a 5 billion rand agreement with 6 mining companies that will see the compensation of thousands of mine workers, ex-employees and dependents of deceased miners for contracting tuberculosis or silicosis because of working underground in gold mines. Taking a look at headlines on the international front, Ethiopia has planted more than 200 million trees in 12 hours, officials say, in what they believe is a world record. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is leading the project, which aims to counter the effects of deforestation and climate change in the drought-prone country. Some public offices were even shut down to allow civil servants to take part. The UN says Ethiopia's forest coverage declined from 35% of total land in the early 20th century to a little above 4% in the 2000s. Now, a 6-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl were among the 3 people killed in a shooting at the Gilroy Garlic Festival in California in the United States on Sunday. Police have confirmed this. 15 were injured when the suspect, named by police as 19-year-old Santino William Legan, opened fire using an assault rifle that he purchased legally in neighboring Nevada. Now, the gunman was shot dead by police minutes after he started his killing spree. And in total, 8,434 people have died as a result of gun-related incidents in the United States this year. And finally, South Africa's breakout film Stroop, The Journey into the Rhino Horn War, has won yet another prestigious award, this time at the Tulum World Environmental Film Festival in Mexico. Now, Stroop was one of 158 films entered from 47 countries and went on to win Best Editing as well as Best Documentary. It has now garnered over 20 awards in total and has been officially selected for nearly 25 film festivals since its release in 2018. Stroop is already available on DVD and has just been released digitally worldwide. And filmmakers Bonnet de Bod and an SABC wildlife presenter and cinematographer Susan Scott are also in talks with local broadcasters and hope to have the film on SATV very soon. Well, we congratulate them and thank them for the inspiration. Here's to even greater heights going forward for Stroop. All right, now let's take a look at the sports headlines with Graham.
Now, tracking some of those headlines that have grabbed our attention, doing some fine-tuning, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has added powerhouse centre Andre Esterhuizen and locked Marvin Ori to the Springbok squad to face Argentina in their final rugby championship fixture next Saturday. Both Esterhuizen and Ori didn't travel with the Boks when they drew 16-all with the All Blacks in Wellington this past weekend, with Ori, of course, on Currie Cup duty with the Lions. But a bonus point win over Los Pumas will seal the rugby championship campaign for South Africa. Some much-needed confidence ahead of the World Cup less than a month away. Then in football, the South African 2020 African Nations Championship team, made up of mostly under-23s and fringe players, lost 3-2 to Lesotho in the first leg at the Tsotso Stadium in Masiro over the weekend. With the match heading for a draw, at least it looked that way, Bafana's defence went to sleep. Lehlohonolo Futwane scoring the winning goal for the home side in the 89th minute. South Africa's Chan coach David Notwane is, however, confident that his team will turn the result around in the second leg. That, of course, taking place at the Dobsonville Stadium this coming Sunday. And then in motorsports, a bit of a shock after a very shocking Grand Prix this weekend. The reigning Formula One champion and current championship leader Lewis Hamilton has now been promoted to 9th in the points and gains 2 points as a result in the German Grand Prix after both Alfa Romeo drivers Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi were handed 30-second penalties. So Hamilton finished in 11th place on the day after a disastrous error-strewn race, but still leads the World Championship, has 41 points over his Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see how our roads are looking.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a look at your roads, but starting off with some not so great news. The price of petrol is set to increase by 12 cents per litre, costing you 15 Rand 93 cents per litre. But if you do use diesel, some good news for you. It's set to decrease by 16 cents per litre, costing you now 14 Rand 30 cents per litre. Now, this is due to 2 factors: the falling price of oil by tensions in the Middle East and a strong performance for the Rand against the dollar. Take note of that. And now, we take a look at your roads, starting off in Gauteng, out in Pretoria. There is protest action in Pretoria CBD, affecting several routes, including Eskia Mphahlele, WF Ngomo, Thabo Sehume, as well as Madiba Street. Huge delays can be expected. This is due to 30 municipal vehicles obstructing these routes, so please do avoid the area. And if you are in the Western Cape in Milnerton on the N7 southbound, there has been an accident before Plattekloof Road obstructing the left lane, so please approach with caution. And off to the train lines, there is an extended travel time of 30 to 40 minutes on the Central Line. This is due to infrastructure problems in various areas, speed restrictions, as well as sets out of service. That's where we leave it for now. Here is Graham at a final, a look at your weather.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
So as always, thank you so much for sending through your beautiful sunrise pictures, starting with Karabo Mofokeng, who sent us the sunrise from Sharpeville in Gauteng. Plenty of sunshine you can expect today, my friend, with clear skies and chilly temperatures in the evening, reaching a max of 25 degrees throughout the day. Petrus van der Mecht sent us this sunrise picture from Plettenberg Bay, where you can expect partly sunny conditions with a westerly breeze, reaching a max of 22 degrees. Let's cast a wider web, taking a look at those temperatures across the land. Polokwane, your low 7, going up to a max of 26 degrees. Highest temperature in the country is 30 degrees in Mbombela. You kick off on 12 though. Pretoria ranging between 8 and 26. Plenty of sunshine for Johannesburg, 6 and 24 your range. Mahikeng, a low of 5, going up to a max of 27. Klerksdorp, your low 3 and 26 your high. Cold start to the morning for Kimberley, 2 degrees, going up to 24. And as it's been all year, lowest temperature in the country, Bloem, you get top honors, -2 degrees. Winter showing her head again, 24 degrees your high though. Richards Bay, a nice moderate 15 and 28 your range. Pietermaritzburg, plenty of sunshine, 9 degrees your low, going up to a max of 30. Durban, 17 and 25. Mthatha, 4 degrees and 30 degrees your range. East London, a low of 12, going up to 26. Then a northwesterly wind of around 26 kilometers an hour expected in Craddock. Chilly start at 2 degrees, going up to a max of 24. High humidity expected in PE, 11 your low, going up to 24 degrees. George ranging between 10 and 22. Then a strong northwesterly wind of 43 kilometers an hour. Expect some gusts there as well. Sutherland, your low 1, going up to just 8 degrees. And please be aware of heavy rain there. Actually in the region, please be aware of some heavy showers expected in Cape Town as well. 10 degrees your low, going up to just 15 degrees. Heavy rainfall for Worcester, 7 degrees your low, only going up to 13 degrees. Showers in Springbok as well, 3 degrees your minimum, going up to a max of 12. Uppington ranging between 3 and 20 degrees. Keep those sunrise pictures coming as well, and wherever you find yourself, regardless of the weather, make sure it's a beautiful day.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
And here's where it's all at. Welcome yet to another day of celebrating the Crazy Store's 22nd birthday on Expresso. And of course, our daily giveaways of awesome hampers that range from some of the coolest tech goodies to stationery items that'll have you begging to go back to school. Now, of course, we change up how you enter each morning. So for your chance to win today's brilliant Crazy Store hamper, we asked you to retweet our birthday tweet from the Crazy Store to stand a chance. And the verdict is in. We have selected our second winner for the week via Twitter entry. So congratulations to Natalie Liddon! Now we have Natalie on the line and we're ready to spin the wheel in order for her to win one of those 8 amazing prizes, and we're going to do that. We are ready to spin the wheel. Natalie, are you ready?
I am ready.
Excellent. Here we go. Good luck. Yes, great to have you on the line. Hope you're watching. Here we go. Spinning the wheel for you. And you stand a chance of winning one of those 8 amazing prizes from... Oh,
yay,
whoa, number 2. You've won hamper number 2. So let me tell you what it consists of. You can look at your screen. A racer radio control card. There we go. Space blaster with foam bullets. 30, a cool dog pillow as well. 50 centimeters sea life shark teddy bear. Wow. Farm tractor, train set. A die-cast racer set, pirate set, mesh balls, what am I game, and make your own superhero masks. Those are all yours. Congratulations. How excited are you right now?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Listen, have you thought about what you're going to do with all these great prizes that you've won?
Yes, I will give it to my children at the Little Stewart Play School in Walmer Township here in Port Elizabeth.
That's wonderful stuff. I'm sure they're going to love it so much. And tell us, why do you love shopping at the Crazy Store?
They have lots of fun stuff. I just love it. And it's good prices.
Well done, Natalie. Congratulations. Thank you very much for entering. We really do appreciate it. Enjoy that
Thank
prize
you.
very, very much. Now, the Crazy Store is making their 22nd birthday this year. One to remember, with 5 days of winning here on Expresso until the 2nd of August, where you could stand a chance at winning one of 8 amazing Crazy Store prizes. Now, listen carefully to find out how you can enter for tomorrow's competition giveaway. Now, if you want to stand a chance to win, then SMS the keyword CRAZY to 33728. The competition, which is today's competition, will close at 12 p.m. today, and T's and C's do apply. And who knows, we could be calling you tomorrow to spin the wheel, and of course you could be winning those amazing prizes with the Crazy Store.
It's the Crazy Store's birthday, and to celebrate, Expresso will be giving away daily prizes this entire week. Each day, one lucky viewer stands a chance to win a hamper filled with epic Crazy Store goodies. Ensure that you watch Expresso every morning to find out how you can enter. Don't miss out between the 29th of July and the 2nd of August. We could be calling you live on air to win your share of crazy prizes thanks to the Crazy Store.
Congratulations, Natalie. Such a feel-good Tuesday. And we told you about the feel-good peaking here on this beautiful Tuesday because our dance champions from the Western Cape, Latin American and Ballroom Dance Championships, they are here. They're going to be giving us a treat in the form of a cha-cha dance. It's Joshua and Shay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Give it to us.
Die Nacht ist jung und ich will was erleben. Roll auf die Piste, denn ich muss mich bewegen. Ich seh ne Top-Braut und sie mich aus. Sie winkt mich zu sich rüber, verdammt, ich tick aus, hey. Die Gedanken spielt verrückt, als ich hier näher komm. Bitte, bitte kannst du mir verraten, wo du herkommst. Doch sie lächelt mich nur an, denn sie will nur spielen. Ey, 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 sie hat den Safari mit dem
Oh man, our dance champions here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Wow, such a pro and such a professional. Joshua, Shay, you guys are just so incredible. Of course, they're not going anywhere. You still are going to show the rest of us how it's meant to be done. It's all happening here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't move. Well done, guys. It was amazing. Woo.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword funeral to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. In fact, this whole month, thank you for dialing into Mental Health Awareness Month, an opportunity for all of us, I think, to show our support, most importantly, and efforts for those who suffer from mental disorders. Schizophrenia, certainly, I think, from my limited understanding, sits on the more severe end of that spectrum. Debilitating behavior. It's a disorder that affects more people than you would know, but in a very dramatic way, in the way that they feel, in the way that they act, and of course can engage with society. It is a chronic mental disorder that makes it difficult for a person to distinguish between real life and their false perceptions of life. But thankfully, I've got two professionals here to guide me through my education process and helping us understand schizophrenia, psychiatrists Karen Armstrong and Imtiaz Hossein. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I have to again reiterate how important it's been for us to use this platform to educate ourselves. I feel like I understand so much more about the human condition now. I think many of us feel like we sit somewhere on the spectrum, and we use that term, we've used it a lot. But when we talk about that, schizophrenia obviously sits on the far more extreme end of that. Maybe between the two of you can first explain to us, what is schizophrenia in the professional term?
Okay, yeah, great, thanks. So as you mentioned, it is a chronic disorder. It's also considered one of the more severe mental health disorders. And perhaps in a simpler way, we can consider it to be a disorder of the mind. So it affects how you think, how you behave, how you perceive things. So I think one of the things also to bear in mind is that, unfortunately, there's also been a lot of misconception associated with schizophrenia, and hopefully we'll clear up some of that.
We love to use that term conversationally.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll clear up some of that as we go through the morning. But it's a condition that is quite complex, and even for mental health practitioners, it's a complex condition that one really needs to have a good understanding to delineate, what is schizophrenia from what are other conditions, and we'll look at some of that a little bit later. But in essence, it's a disease or disorder of the mind.
Are there subtypes that, because I know you want to be able to label something so you can treat something, but it's, as you've pointed out, becomes quite a murky pond when you're now trying to identify what is actually going on in a very complex human brain. What are the subtypes of schizophrenia? How can it play out in its various forms, do you think?
Well, as Dr. Hussein mentioned, it's an incredibly complex disorder with this whole spectrum of presentations. So nowadays, we are moving more and more from categorizing into these strict subtypes that you mentioned. In the past, there were these categories: paranoid schizophrenia, disorganized, catatonic, but in the new classifications and the new diagnostic systems, we are moving more and more away from that kind of strict subtype diagnostic categories, because they found that there was such a big overlay with individuals between these categories. So the subtypes weren't really found to be that helpful. Yeah. So more and more, we're now looking at the individual as the person. What are we dealing with here? What are the symptoms? What can we treat? And recognizing that within the whole schizophrenia kind of diagnostic categories, there are so many types of presentations, and even the term within itself, we're now looking into researching more and more, is the schizophrenia label actually an umbrella term for many different types of presentations and disorders almost within that umbrella term?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. Every expert that we have spoken to, who has spoken with such empathy, which is the most amazing part of this whole journey for me, has spoken about dealing with the individual. Maybe this Mental Health Awareness Month has been about purely casting a light on that, on how far our ability to treat has leapt forward. What are some of the major risk factors, before we look at identifying the broader spectrum, what are some of the major risk factors that you've come across in your work?
Okay, so I think firstly to emphasize that there's no one specific cause, because people often ask us, what's the cause of schizophrenia?
What happened?
Yes, so the first thing to say, there's no one specific cause. So it's really an interaction probably between genes or genetic and the environmental factors. So we know there's a very strong family history, or genes play a particular role. So for example, in the general population, schizophrenia will be about 1 in 100. But if you have a parent...
Quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In itself.
it is one.
It is.
But for example, if you have a parent with schizophrenia, your risk then will be 1 in 10.
Wow.
If you have an identical twin with schizophrenia, your risk is 1 in 2, about 50%. So clearly genetics plays an important role, but equally so are environmental factors. So there are environmental factors, for example, birth trauma. So we know factors that compromise blood flow to the baby's brain will then increase the risk of schizophrenia and other mental health conditions later on. For example, if the mother might acquire an infection during pregnancy, that can affect the development of that fetus, that will also increase the risk. There are other common conditions, for example, neglect, child abuse at a young age, that increases the vulnerability, not only for schizophrenia, but also for a host of other mental health conditions. And then, very importantly, substance misuse. I think it's very controversial, particularly with cannabis, but we definitely know that drugs and alcohol play a role.
There is a relationship.
Yeah, and particularly the stimulants, so things like cocaine, methamphetamine, which we should call tuk in Cape Town, cat. Those types of drugs can induce what we call psychotic symptoms. So these are symptoms that can mimic schizophrenia. But usually if it's a drug-induced state, they settle down within a few days.
Yeah.
But in some individuals, it can trigger the onset of schizophrenia, which means that even if you stop those drugs, it will then continue. And cannabis, particularly controversially, because we've sort of legalized cannabis.
Partially legalized.
Partially legalized. But there's also good research that shows, particularly in teenagers, where there's been heavy use of cannabis in teenage years, that increases the risk of schizophrenia. So it increases your risk 6 times, if you've been a heavy user. And particularly, we also have to look at the strains of cannabis, particularly the stronger types of cannabis. So locally, we have things like cheese and skunk. So it's the more potent form of cannabis also increases the risk of the onset of schizophrenia. So there's definitely several risk factors. And then, as Karen mentioned earlier, there's this quite wide range of conditions. And we call it, there's an umbrella term called psychosis. And I think it's easier to consider psychosis as an umbrella term, with schizophrenia being one type of psychosis.
One of those manifestations. Well, we're going to get into, I think, some of the red flags that we as family, as friends, can delve into, but I think most importantly continue with a sense of empathy in relating to people who are going through this particular journey in their own lives. That's what Mental Health Awareness Month is actually about connecting, removing the stigma, some of those misconceptions, which we'll get into in just a moment.
Well, it's that time of the morning. It's time for us to dip our Oma. And this morning we're switching things up a little bit because Kat is in the hot seat. We've prepared a list of quick-fire questions for him that are all things winter. It's a winter-themed dipper Oma. Is this your ideal dipper Oma?
Early morning dip.
You're that
Who
guy.
doesn't love early morning dip? I love early morning dip.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, Kat, is we've got 60 seconds on the clock, all right?
That's what I need.
And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask you a few questions, a couple of questions, quick-fire questions, and see how you love to cozy up in winter and dip your Oma.
I'm so ready.
Okay, you ready?
So ready.
Clock in? Is the clock in? Clock in. Okay, cool. Kat, rain, love or hate it?
I love rain.
Sleep in or stay up late?
Stay up late.
Long shower or bubble bath?
Long shower.
Candlelit dinner or movie night?
Movie night.
Text you or call you rather?
Call you.
Cappuccino or hot chocolate?
Ooh, cappuccino.
Buttermilk or muesli rusk?
Muesli.
Early morning dip or bedtime dip?
Early morning.
Cuddly buddy or electric blanket?
Oh, cuddling buddy.
Oh, yes. Date night with Bay or boys night out?
Then I was like...
Slow scenic drive home or get home as soon as possible?
Slow scenic drive.
Games night or dancing at the club?
Games night.
Favorite series or watch the sports?
Oh, watch the sports.
Instagram or books?
Books.
Boots or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Coat or hoodie?
Coat.
Thunderstorms are scary, yes or no?
Yes.
More blankets or more pajamas?
More blankets.
Cook up a storm or order in?
Order in.
When you sleep, socks on or off?
Ooh, on and off.
Fireplace or heater?
Fireplace.
Oh, well done. Well done. Well, you almost did. It was just one more question.
Which was?
Singing in the rain or dancing in the rain? But I think I can answer that for you. Like, you probably would sing in the rain, right?
Both.
Okay. Well, singing and dancing in the rain.
Yeah.
Well done. That was very impressive.
That was a.
I do. It's interesting. I do feel like we know you a little bit better now.
Yeah.
After having heard you answer some of these questions. Some of them trick questions, just depending on who's watching, sitting at home and watching and listening to what you have said.
Did you tout me for a more of a boys' night or date night with Babe?
I thought you might have picked Boys Night Out, to be honest. I really thought you.
And then Kui.
And then, yeah, and then Kui. Yeah, geez. Okay, so socks on or off? I can't remember that one.
Like, these days, I'm socks off. I used to be socks on. But
Okay.
I'm off now.
What's changed?
I'm trying to keep my feet dry because it's just like, it's weird. Do you know what I mean?
All right,
like,
cool.
I've been to a couple of nail technicians that have done my pedicures, and they're like, "Do you sleep with your socks on? Do you wear tight shoes?" And I'm like, "Yes." How do you know?
Yeah.
And like, we can see there's moisture. And I'm like,
Okay, so when it comes to your favorite dipping memories with Omar Rusks, what is that memory? Where can you take us? Where does it take you?
Take you back to probably like the 90s.
Yeah.
Where my grandma used to, like at home, she used to bake and make rusks. And they were so good that my sisters and I used to go to where they were stored in her bedroom and literally sneak in the middle of the night just to steal a few, because we were only allowed like two at a time.
Yeah.
But they were so good that we'd make coffee in the middle of the night, steal a few, then go to the rooms and you just checking codes to
And they're crunchy. The thing is, they're noisy. They're not like
exactly.
silent witness.
When
It's
the
like
whole house is quiet, like when a rust crunches in your mouth, it's
yeah, man. If you could give your favorite dipping time a hashtag, what would it be?
My grandma used to say this when something is really delicious. She'd say, "Ibitsa lobisa ko morago ga dithaba." So that would be the hashtag. Hashtag Ibitsa lobisa ko morago ga dithaba.
He's gonna tweet it now. Like, it's I wouldn't know where to start with that. Well, Kat, thank you so much, man. You are a total rock star. Cheers.
Let's
Cheers.
dip to that.
I'll dip to that with you. Well, listen, with a new week comes a new chance for you to win, and we have a 2,000 Rand Swatch watch voucher and a 500 Rand Omar Rusks hamper up for grabs. And to stand a chance to win, we want you to send in your photos of your best dipping time moment. There can only be one winner, so get your photos in because the competition closes tonight. Also, remember that T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com. What's that hashtag?
Hashtag Ibitsa lobisa ko morago ga dithaba.
And on that note, we'll see you just after this.
Anytime is dipping time.
It's your time to shine with Orbit Gum and Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. To enter, record a video introducing yourself, telling us where you live and what you will bring to South Africa's award-winning breakfast show. Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag Presenter Search on 3 and we'll find you. Entries close on the 31st of July. Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition in proud association with Orbit. It's your time to shine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much. We're about halfway through.
We are.
A phenomenal show. It's been informative, educational. We're going to continue our chat around schizophrenia on the more extreme side of our mental disorders, and hopefully shed some light on quite a mysterious, I think, area of the mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're still dancing into the rest of Tuesday because we've got Joshua and Ashay in the house. They are the Western Cape, Latin American and Ballroom Dance Championships, and it's just absolutely amazing. Right now, though, it's time for us to check in with Kat and the news.
Headlines in the half an hour mark. Parliament says it will comply with the ruling of the High Court in Pretoria to suspend the remedial action of the Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane against Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan in the SARS matter. Now, the law firm involved in the silicosis class action case yesterday explained the process going forward following the landmark judgment. The firm said they first need to establish how many beneficiaries will accept the compensation before dispensing the money. On the international front, Ethiopia has planted more than 200 million trees in 12 hours, officials say, in what they believe is a world record. The project aims to counter the effects of deforestation and climate change in the drought-prone country. A 6-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl were among the 3 people killed in the shooting at the Gilroy Garlic Festival in California in the United States on Sunday. In total, 8,434 people have died as a result of gun-related incidents in the United States this year. And finally, taking a hot bath or a shower may do much more for you than clean your body or offering you a chance to relax. New research published in the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews says it also helps you to get a better night's sleep. Biomedical engineers at the University of Texas in the United States analyzed thousands of studies linking a hot bath or hot shower with improved sleep quality. Now, they found the optimal timing of bathing for cooling down of core body temperature in order to improve sleep quality is about 90 minutes before going to bed. Thus, if baths or showers are taken at the right biological time, it will increase one's chances of not only falling asleep quickly, but also experiencing a better quality of sleep. Well, take that into your day as you start this Tuesday morning. Right now, let's reflect quickly on the sporting headlines with Graham.
Doing some fine-tuning, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has added powerhouse centre Andre Esterhuizen and lock Marvin Ori to the Springbok squad to face Argentina in their final Rugby Championship fixture next Saturday. In football, the South African 2020 African Nations Championship team, made up mostly of our under-23s and fringe players, lost 3-2 to Lesotho in their first leg at Setsoto Stadium in Masiro over the weekend. And in motorsport, the reigning Formula One champion and current championship leader Lewis Hamilton has been promoted to 9th and gained 2 points in the German Grand Prix after both Alfa Romeo drivers Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi were handed 90-second penalties. We'll expand on those headlines one last time on the top of the hour.
Thank you, Graham. Let's take a look at your roads. We start off with the price of petrol update. It is set to increase by 12 cents per litre, costing you 15 rand 93 cent per litre. Diesel is set to decrease by 16 cents per litre, costing you 14 rand 30 cents per litre. And this is due to 2 factors: the falling price of oil by tensions in the Middle East and a strong performance of the rand against the dollar. And now we take a look at the road, starting off in Gauteng out in Pretoria. There is protest action in Pretoria CBD affecting several routes, including Eskiam Pahlele, WF Ngomo, Thabo Sihume, as well as Madiba Street. Huge delays can be expected due to 30 municipal vehicles obstructing these routes. Please do avoid the area. In the Western Cape, in Gugulethu, on the N2 inbound, there has been an accident before the airport approach road. All lanes are open, but delays can still be expected, so please maintain a safe following distance and keep your headlights on due to the wet roads. And let's take a look at the trains. There is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on the Strand and Muldersvlei line. This is due to re-signalling between Fore and Easter River, infrastructure problems in various areas, speed restrictions and sets out of service. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be just after 8 o'clock.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
And now we take a look at your weather. But first, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. PD Dev Narayan has sent us her sunrise from Randburg in Johannesburg, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with clear skies and chilly temperatures in the evening, reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. And Lynn Timlet sent us her sunrise picture from Vanderbijl Park, also in Gauteng, where sunny conditions can be expected with little to no wind, reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. Beautiful day out there. And now we take a look at those temperatures, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 7, reaching a high of 26 degrees today. Mbombela is coming through today with the highest temperatures in the country. 12 is your low and your high is 30. Pretoria 8 and 26. If you're out in Johannesburg, expect plenty of sunshine today. 6 is your low and your high is 24. Mahikeng 5, reaching a high of 27. Klerksdorp 3 and your maximum is 26. Kimberley, you can expect a cold start to the morning today. 2 is your low and your high is 24. Bloemfontein, lowest temperatures in the country today. -2 is your low and your high is 24 degrees. Richards Bay 15, reaching a max of 28. If you're out in Pietermaritzburg, it's 9, reaching a high of 30. Durban, clear day today, 17, reaching a high of 25, nice and sunny. Mthatha 4, reaching a maximum of 30 degrees. If you're out in East London, 12 is your minimum and your maximum is 26 degrees. Craddock, some northwesterly winds traveling at 26 kilometers per hour for you. 2 is your low and your high is 24. And high humidity for Port Elizabeth today, 11, Durban reaching a high of 24, George 10 and 22. Sutherland, strong northwesterly winds at 43 kilometers per hour. Expect some rain there as well. Your low is 1, reaching a high of 8. A couple of showers expected for Cape Town, 10, reaching a maximum of 15 degrees. And heavy rainfall for Worcester today, 7, reaching a high of 13 degrees. Springbok, couple of showers as well there. 3 is your low and your high is 12. And lastly, certainly not least, Uppington, 3 is your low and your high today will be 20 degrees. And that's a look at your weather for now. The next report will be just after 8 o'clock. Remember, still want to see those beautiful sunrise pictures? Do capture them and send them through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3.
We are talking about schizophrenia, probably the most nuanced of our discussions around mental health, being Mental Health Awareness Month, but hopefully we're going to continue these slots throughout the year. It has been enriching, to say the least, to explore these very dynamic topics. And we've got Dr. Karen Armstrong and Imtiaz Hussain, two incredible human beings who have opened my eyes certainly to a lot of the misconceptions I've had. And I'm lucky enough to be in a very informative space. So I would imagine these misconceptions are rife. Certainly in your field. Karen, I'm going to start with you. From a personal perspective, someone going through this probably most severe states of psychosis, if I'm using the term right, what do you experience in the umbrella sense of schizophrenia? How does a person feel in one of these spaces, in this condition?
So people with schizophrenia experience a wide range of symptoms. Typically, there is a disconnect with reality. So difficulty distinguishing what is real and what is not real. So people start to often hold beliefs that are not really true. So they may start to feel like people are watching them, people are following them, people are after them, or start to believe that they have special powers. There's a whole range of symptoms that go under the term delusions, which is a fixed false belief that people hold and really believe that these things are happening. So
were these interjecting, were these pushed as far as actual hallucinations? Will people actually, the mind conjure these in the form of a vision, in the form of a voice, or is it a belief that these things are there? How do you draw that line?
Certainly, so both of those are symptoms. So those are what we call the positive symptoms of schizophrenia. So delusional beliefs, which are these fixed false beliefs in something that is not really true. And also people experience hallucinations, which are perceptual disturbances in the absence of any external stimulus. So hearing voices that are not really perceived by other people, are not really there, seeing things that are not really there.
It's terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. And, often people are, it's extremely anxiety provoking, people get scared, so quite a disturbing space to be in. And along with those symptoms often go really odd behaviors, doing things that seem a bit odd or bizarre, speaking in a way that doesn't really make sense to other people. But often also a person may start to withdraw, become more and more isolated, no motivation to do things, often really lacking the motivation even to get up and look after themselves, washing.
Just living in that inner space, that trap.
For sure. So as you can see, really disabling symptoms.
I understand the severity of it now, and it really does kind of bring to bear how difficult it is for someone in a space with someone living with schizophrenia. I've got to ask, split personality, that's what we love to throw out there, and I think Hollywood hasn't is either aided or misguided us. Is that a part of the schizophrenic spectrum? Does split personality disorder actually exist?
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, it's a Hollywood misconception. Look, I think when we talk about split personality, so there's a condition which is incredibly rare, but it's called multiple personality disorder. It's not really related to schizophrenia, and obviously it's something great in terms of Hollywood.
Yeah, it makes a good movie script.
No, it's also quite a controversial sort of diagnosis, and I think sort of also brought to the fore by that movie Split recently.
I've been seeing James McAvoy doing a brilliant job of displaying this.
So really it's not about split personality as such, but maybe the split, as Karen also mentioned earlier, really is between sort of what is real, the real world, and what is that individual perceiving, and maybe we will sort of think about this as the fantasy. So they may believe certain things, or see certain things, or experience certain things that's not true. So there's a split between reality and fantasy, or their perception of the world.
And the world is in itself crazy at the moment. So I would imagine, there are so many external factors that can drive this. How do you go about identifying this, not just as a doctor in this space, when there are so many opportunities to misdiagnose, when so many other mental disorders can kind of feed in and out? For a family member, I think, especially for a parent, how do you identify, how early can schizophrenia first exhibit? And what are some of those telltale signs that this might be something more than just depression and anxiety, which needs extreme treatment immediately anyway? But when do you think, because one, you can phone a helpline and get help, another, you need to see a doctor. How does it exhibit?
Okay. So I think firstly is identifying some of the symptoms which Karen mentioned, but where schizophrenia also becomes a little complicated, there's something called a prodrome. Now, even us as professionals, sometimes we get caught out in the prodrome, and the prodrome is where the symptoms and the signs are very subtle. So sometimes patients might get diagnosed with anxiety disorders or depression, but later on, a few years later, the full diagnosis manifests. So for example, they might develop the hallucinations, the delusions later on, and then we look back and say, oh, well, actually that anxiety,
the echoes then, yeah.
That's right, that was actually all part of this condition of schizophrenia. So we call it a prodrome. So I think for family members and for parents, one of the key things is a change in behavior. And typically when we look at when does schizophrenia present, it's usually in the late teens, early 20s, particularly in young men. They tend to present a bit earlier. And
can it exhibit in childhood?
It can, but it's very unusual. So, for example, for schizophrenia to present before the age of 14 or 15 is more unusual, but sometimes they can have more subtle signs. So, for example, a bit of motor incoordination, they come across as being a little bit clumsy, they might display slightly odd behavior, but not really clear enough for us to make a distinct diagnosis. And sometimes it even overlaps with a condition called autism. So some patients might be sort of diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder only later on then to develop schizophrenia.
You were saying even epilepsy can be feeding in and out. I'm now seeing everything that we've spoken about over the last month on one 360-degree spectrum with the human condition sitting firmly in the middle. We're going to talk about treatments and how we can, as a family and as partners, support in that process, and especially what we first need to do. And we'll reiterate some of the resources for help that just across the broader range of mental disorders as well. I'm going to just reiterate for the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, and we are not talking specifically to those who are suffering from schizophrenia, but anyone within that broader spectrum of depression or anxiety. There are people to talk to and people who can help you in that space. 0800 456 789. But we're going to continue our focus on schizophrenia specifically with the doctors in just a moment.
Right, let's loosen up a little bit here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We told you that Joshua and Cher were still bringing the heat as far as the dancing is concerned. Of course, they are the Western Cape, Latin American and Ballroom dance champions, going to be competing at their Rumba in the Jungle in October. They've been getting ready for it and showing us right now on the show exactly what it is that they will be taking to the stage come October. You guys ready for the jive? Yes. Remember, guys, it's all about the footwork and the technique. Thank you.
Your hands right here. Come on. Never felt like this before. Well, some got a hold on me, and I won't let go. I believe I'd fly if I only
continues here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It doesn't end that cha-cha, but popular demand is coming back after the break. And of course, myself and Graham are in for a bit of a lesson. So you want to make sure that you catch all of that. Connect with us on social media. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. Let us know what you think of this performance. We'll see you after this.
Introducing the official judging panel for the highly anticipated new reality series, The Next Brand Ambassador, starting 15th August.
Brand ambassador means living the brand.
It's all about understanding a brand and taking it to the next level.
It's about ensuring that the brand and the consumer are always in amazing dance.
The Next Brand Ambassador starts 15th of August on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we continue and wrap up a very important conversation around schizophrenia. Doctors, thank you so much for shedding some light on the darkest corners of the mind. And I don't say that lightly because this really does bring to bear how devastating mental disorders can be in their most extreme form. Let's talk about treatment. Once we have felt this within ourselves, is self-diagnosis and taking that step, is it possible when you are caught in the grips of schizophrenia? Is it something that requires an intervention? How do we take the first steps towards treatment?
Yeah, so I think the first thing is that when somebody's in the grips of psychosis, it's often very difficult for them to acknowledge or to understand that they're probably going through a difficult period. So there's something called insight or understanding. So many patients at that particular point in time lack that understanding. So they really need the intervention often of family members or friends to alert them there's a problem and to take them to a mental health professional to get the appropriate help. And I think particularly with schizophrenia, we would suggest that they actually go and seek medical attention from a doctor. Because when we're talking about treatment, the mainstay of treatment is really medication. So yes, psychological therapy is important and other types of therapy is important, but in that initial stage is really a type of medication which we call antipsychotic medication, which is
short-circuit the psychosis.
Yes, so it sort of interacts at the level of the brain chemicals to assist and to calm down those thoughts and to calm down, because often patients present with agitation or disturbed behavior. So it's to assist in helping to calm them down and also to redress some of those psychotic symptoms like the hallucinations and the delusions. So that's, I would say, is very important. Another very important aspect is that once somebody settles down, you should really maintain that medication. And this is really a struggle, again, when you're dealing with young people and having to say, please stay on your medication long term. But there's a lot of data that shows individuals that stay on their medication long term really have a good outcome.
How successful is treatment?
So again, it's individual, as we were saying. The individual's response to medication is an individual process, and also the prognosis differs between different cases. So there are different kind of spectrums of struggles that people have, and also differences in regard to ultimate prognosis. So in about 20% of cases, there can be an extremely favorable prognosis. So on the correct medication, a person can really go back to living a really functional life. In other cases, a person may, even on medication, experiences relapses, especially at stressful times. And there are people who really struggle with progressive decline and struggle finding the right medication. But I think one does need to emphasize that the earlier one can start on medication, the better the prognosis. So the longer the period of untreated symptoms, untreated schizophrenia, the worse the ultimate prognosis is. So it seems that the disease itself almost develops the longer a person remains untreated. So early intervention with appropriate treatment, support from family, there's a high chance that one can go back to living a really functional whole life.
I suppose then maybe I'm beginning to think that the important conversation here is as much to the families and the support structures around. Maybe both of you can round off now with some advice for families and for loved ones, partners that are going through this with their partners or their loved ones in that space. How would you suggest, or what would you say is the most important thing to bear in mind?
Yeah, so look, I think firstly is compassion and care and understanding the condition. I think a very key important aspect of part of this is many patients are perceived as being lazy, or they're perceived as maybe not having a very serious illness because you can't see it externally. But bear in mind that this is one of the most disabling conditions. It's considered one of the top 10 disabling conditions in the world.
Wow.
So it's for family members to understand that, and that individual may have some limitations. So with that understanding comes a degree of compassion rather than criticism and a negative interaction. And I think if family members can bear that in mind and then offer that support and assistance, and can be practical assistance as well. So making sure you take your medication, making sure you attend your appointments, making sure that there's a conducive environment to support that individual. That's very important.
Yeah, and I think from my side, the important message is really get help soon.
Yeah.
So if you're noticing, as Dr. Hussain said, any changes of behavior, a person acting quite suspiciously, starting to withdraw, get them to the doctor. Because something importantly that we haven't mentioned yet is that there are many different medical conditions that can present in similar ways to schizophrenia. So getting to the doctor, a person needs a full medical workup to check out, drug tests, substances can mimic it. So get the appropriate help, have a workup, make sure that you're getting a correct diagnosis, and then start on medication as soon as possible, really, I think is the important message. And, there's so many organizations out there that can support a person getting back to full function. And, really, there is the potential to live a really full, healthy life.
I'm completely, and I would say to families, just be strong and be brave through that process, because they will need you to be exactly that. And hopefully this has enabled you to feel a bit more educated and empowered in that process throughout this month. In fact, in all spaces where we are dealing with the mind, we know that it can be one of life's greatest challenges, but there is help. No matter how extreme the condition, there is help. And if you are suffering in any way from depression or anxiety, please give the depression and anxiety call, the hotline, a call 24 hours a day. They're available 0800 456 789. That's 0800 456 789. But again, we have to stress, if you feel that you might be suffering from schizophrenia, if any of these symptoms are exhibiting, or if you are a family member who a light bulb moment has gone off this morning, make sure that you seek medical assistance. Go and see a doctor.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Well, this week we are spinning the wheel with the Crazy Store for their 22nd birthday with 5 days of winning right here on Expresso, where you could stand a chance of winning one of 8 amazing Crazy Store prize hampers. Now, this morning, Natalie Liden scored the prize, and she won an amazing prize, which included a racer radio, car control, a space blaster with foam bullets. There was a cool dog pillow in there, as well as a shark teddy bear, farm tractor train set, a die-cast racer set, a pirate set. There was mesh balls, what am I game, and also make your own superhero mask that she decided that she would donate to her son's creche. And I'm sure they're going to be enjoying that very, very much. But don't worry if you weren't a winner this morning, because of course you can be a winner every day with discounts of up to 25% off or in all Crazy Stores nationwide for their 22nd birthday bash. Now, not only do you get up to 25% off, but one lucky customer can also stand a chance to win, get this, a trip for 2 to the Maldives valued at 80,000 Rand. I mean, imagine that, just leaving the South African cold, leaving us here to freeze while you enjoy yourself on a tropical vacation for 2. That could be all yours. Well, all you have to do to enter that particular competition is to spend 50 Rand or more at any Crazy Store before the 23rd of August 2019 and then enter in store. It's as simple as that, and T's and C's that apply can be found on the Crazy Store's website. Good luck, get entering.
It's the Crazy Store's birthday, and to celebrate, Expresso will be giving away daily prizes this entire week. Each day, one lucky viewer stands a chance to win a hamper filled with epic Crazy Store goodies. Ensure that you watch Expresso every morning to find out how you can enter. Don't miss out between the 29th of July and the 2nd of August. We could be calling you live on air to win your share of crazy prizes thanks to the Crazy Store.
Well, we dance, we live and we dance here.
And we laugh. Is that your dance form?
This is me just setting myself up for it.
That was Uncle Tubbsy came out there for sure.
Well, listen, you know that we've got Shay and Joshua here, and they are part of the Western Cape, Latin American and ballroom dance. They're champions, you know what I mean?
They are champions.
And so how do you have champions like them without having them show you a move or two? And I feel like Kat and Graham, you've got a bit of an unfair advantage because they've been on dance shows. They dance a lot.
They dance a lot.
He lives with a full-on
we were competing over the weekend.
champion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But for someone like me who knows absolutely nothing about the cha-cha, what are 2 key things, Joshua, that one needs to know?
Well, I would say it is technique and footwork. And
okay.
I hear Lindsay, my partner, strictly going, straight leg! Straighten your leg!
So it's about the straight leg.
Which I still don't know. I apologise in advance.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are going to show us. Should we cue the music and get in positions, in formation?
Okay,
right. What do we do?
Get in formation.
Okay, so first we're going to go side,
okay,
together, side, together, together, side, together, side, together, together. Now the timing is cha-cha 1,
okay,
cha-cha 1, 2, 3, cha-cha 1, 2.
Okay.
So now we're going to go faster. Cha-cha 1, 2, 3, cha-cha 1, 2, 3, cha-cha 1, 2, 3, cha-cha 1, 2, 3.
It's so judgmental.
Cha-cha 1,
The look on your
2,
face.
3. Okay.
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 Can we go faster?
Yes. And also now you
Faster? How much faster do you want to go on the cha-cha?
I thought that was just like...
What do you mean? Can you like speed up the music?
Okay.
Or I don't understand it. Okay.
So now we're also going to be doing the open. So
Okay.
the open is cha-cha 1, open. Foot cha-cha 1, open. Cha-cha 1, open. Just a bit faster.
Okay.
And always strike the arm and make fingers.
Okay, fingers.
Make fingers.
Fingers.
Like you.
Yeah.
You like Spider-Man, but upside down. Like Spider-Man, but that way. Like you're shooting a web.
This is actually popping gang signs in there. It's clearly, it's going a little bit south. And listen, maybe you do your own tutorials and show us on Facebook what you're getting up to. And while we take a break, I'll just like polish up on my skills and just like how exactly to do the pointing. We'll see after this. And then?
So we're going to move a bit faster.
Okay.
Cha-cha 1, open.
Come on, dude, you're throwing us the whole crowd down here.
Cha-cha 1, open. Cha-cha 1.
It's your time to shine with Orbit Gum and Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. To enter, record a video introducing yourself, telling us where you live and what you will bring to South Africa's award-winning breakfast show. Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag Presenter Search on 3 and we'll find you. Entries close on the 31st of July. Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition in proud association with Orbit. It's your time to shine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How are you feeling? Are those hips?
I'm sweating a little bit, but I'm here, just like point.
Ah, bam.
Yeah.
So just a note to self, the cha-cha hand, the fingers as they are called, it's like the Spider-Man, like that.
Okay, cool. But like, just like up that way.
Bam.
We're learning, we're taking notes.
So we will have a little cha-cha showdown, cha-cha-cha, a little bit later in the show, but stick around, it's going to be lots of fun.
It's also all about traveling Mauritius all the way, but right now it's time for Cat in the News.
Well, here are your morning headlines. Parliament says it will comply with the ruling of the High Court in Pretoria to suspend the remedial action of the Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane against Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan in the SARS matter. The law firm involved in the silicosis class action case yesterday explained the process going forward following the landmark judgment. The firm said they first need to establish how many beneficiaries will accept the compensation before dispensing the money. On the international front, Ethiopia has planted more than 200 million trees in 12 hours, officials say, in what they believe is a world record. The project aims to counteract the effects of deforestation and climate change in the drought-prone country. Now, a 6-year-old boy and 13-year-old girl were among the 3 people killed in a shooting at the Gilroy Garlic Festival in California in the United States on Sunday. In total, 8,434 people have died as a result of gun-related incidents in the United States this year. And finally, South Africa's breakout film Stroop, Journey into the World of Rhino Horn War, has won yet another prestigious award, this time at the Tulum World Environment Film Festival in Mexico. Stroop was one of the 158 films entered from 47 countries and went on to win Best Editing as well as Best Documentary. It has now garnered over 20 awards in total and has been officially selected for nearly 25 film festivals since its release in 2018. Stroop is already available on DVD and has just been released digitally worldwide. And filmmakers Bonnet de Bod and SABC wildlife presenter and cinematographer Susan Scott are also in talks with local broadcasters and hope to have the film on SATV very soon. Our congratulations to them, and here's to even greater heights for Stroop. Well, that's it for your headlines this morning. Right now, let's take one last look at your sporting news with Graham.
Wrapping up some of the headlines that got our attention this morning. Fine-tuning the squad, Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has added powerhouse centre Andre Esterhuizen and form lock Marvin Ori to the Springbok squad to face Argentina in their final rugby championship fixture next Saturday. Bonus point win will take the championship. Then on the footballing front, the South African 2020 African Nations Championship team, made up mostly of under-23s and fringe players, lost 3-2 to Lesotho. That was in their first leg at the Setsoto Stadium in Masiro over the weekend. And in motorsports, as the dust settles after a frightening German Grand Prix. The reigning Formula One champion and current championship leader Lewis Hamilton has now been promoted to 9th in the point standings and gains 2 points in the German Grand Prix after both Alfa Romeo drivers, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, were handed 30-second penalties. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Thanks a lot, Gmail. Let's take a final look at your roads this morning. But the first thing is an update. Price of petrol, it is set to increase by 12 cents per litre, costing you now 15 Rand 93 cents per litre. Not so good news, but the good news is diesel will decrease by 16 cents per litre, costing you 14 Rand 30 cents per litre. And this is due to two factors: the falling price of oil by tensions in the Middle East and a strong performance of the Rand against the dollar. And now we take a look at your roads. Starting off in Gauteng, out in Rand Park, there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 northbound after Malibongwe Drive. The right lane is currently blocked, so please approach with caution. In the Western Cape, Monte Vista, on the N1 inbound, there has been a multi-vehicle accident after Monte Vista Boulevard obstructing one lane, so please put your headlights on and maintain a safe following distance due to the wet roads. Off to the trains, the T3510 train is cancelled. This is due to overhead electrical problems and adverse weather conditions at Worcester. Commuters are advised to please make use of an alternative mode of transport this morning. That's where we leave it for now. Here is Graham with a final look at your weather.
Start.co.za.
So we have asked you to send through your sunrise pictures and you have answered. Thank you to our regular photographer, Ntokozo Makatini, for your sunrise from Josie, and Jacques Kutsia for your sunrise picture from Lesotho. Karabo Mafeking, you sent us an amazing pic from Sharpeville. Thank you. Petrus Vanamesht, you sent this sunrise picture from the beautiful Plettenberg Bay, as well as PD Devnarain for your sunrise from Randburg. And then lastly, Lynn Temlet for your beautiful sunrise picture from Vanabale Park in Gauteng. Thank you so much, guys. Getting into a broader scope of your temperatures for today, Polokwane ranging between 7 and 26. Highest temperature in the country in Mbombela, 30 is your max, starting on 12 degrees. Pretoria ranging between 8 and 26. Plenty of sunshine ahead for Johannesburg, ranging between 6 and 24 degrees. Mahikeng, you'll know 5, going up to 27. Klerksdorp 3 and 26. Then a cold start for Kimberley this morning, 2 degrees, going up to 24. Likewise, in Bloem, where again you have the lowest temperature, minus 2 degrees, but going up to a nice sunny 24. Richards Bay increasing there, 15 and 28 degrees your range, and a beautiful day in Pietermaritzburg. Kicks off on 9 degrees, but does go up to 30. Durbs ranging between 17 and 25. Mthatha 4 and 30 degrees. East London, your low 12 going up to 26. Then a northwesterly wind up around 26 k's an hour in Cradock, 2 degrees your low, going up to a nice sunny 24. High humidity expected in Port Elizabeth, where your low is 11 at a max of 24. George ranging between 10 and 22 degrees. Then a strong northwesterly wind of 43 kilometers an hour to be aware of in Sutherland. Chilly day, 8 is your max with a minimum of 1. And plenty of rain expected. Cape Town, you've got showers on the way as well today. I can hear them going in the background. Your low 10 going up to just 15. Then please be warned, heavy rainfall for Worcester with a low of 7 and a high of just 13 degrees. Then some showers expected as well in Springbok. Chilly start, 3 degrees going up to only 12. And rain in Uppington, where you kickstart your day on 3 degrees, going up to 20 degrees. So please be careful out in the wet and windy weather if you are taking to the roads, and wherever you are, regardless of the weather, make sure it's a beautiful day.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
I've been in this zone the whole time this morning, and I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it. But you guys, thank you so much. It's so good to have you guys here. You guys are so talented, and you've brought so much feel-good onto the show this morning. And the people are absolutely loving you at home. But you live on the road. You're always up and down, doing competitions, doing championships, rehearsals. Where are you off to next?
So there is a competition next. It's called the Copperstone Zone Talent Show. So basically you have to vote for us. So you go to Facebook, you search Copperstone page, you look for a picture, and then you just have to like it, and that's our vote.
Okay. Well, you guys have heard it. I'll take this away from you because I can see your feet. They are tingling. You're ready to dance. Take it away.
erleben. Roll auf die Piste, denn ich muss mich bewegen. Ich seh ne Top-Braut und sie mich aus. Sie winkt mich zu sich rüber, verdammt, ich tick aus, hey. Die Gedanken spielt verrückt, als ich hier näher komm. Bitte kannst du mir verraten, wo du herkommst. Doch sie lächelt mich nur an, denn sie will nur spielen. Ey, 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 sie hat den Monster-Body mit dem Monster-Blick und ihr Monster-Mono. Gib mir den Tick hier rein.
They're champions. Cha-cha-cha.
And pretty good teachers as well.
Cha-cha Tuesday. It's that kind of
choose to cha-cha on a Tuesday.
Did you like that one?
Okay, I will.
Cha-cha choose.
I choose a lemon poppy seed muffin, please. If you can, thank you.
Right on call.
I didn't see it, so I'm not like
Sis Princess,
telepathic.
actually, people don't know this, but Sis Princess is quite a keen cha-cha-ra. Ngicela ubabonise i-cha-cha yakho. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. Eza shaba cha-cha-cha. Zimbizine shakata.
It's the hips don't lie.
That's why she is the princess. I wonder, Joshua, what do you guys think? Was that good?
Huh? Very good.
Loved it. We love it. Sis Princess, just do it again as sound.
You got it.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Tuesday, and of course, you know, hashtag Travel Tuesday is all what it's about. And of course, I mean, are you done daydreaming about it already? You know, some of the most beautiful destinations the world over. And of course, then you need to get ready right now to start traveling, because it's time to make your travel dreams come true with the Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale. Linda Baum joins us this morning in studio to give us a heads up on the sale, of course, this 29th and 30th of July on travelstart.co.za. Very, very exciting stuff, Linda.
Oh my gosh, could it get more exciting if we tried? It's Mauritius, it's on sale.
Absolutely.
And look what's going on outside.
I mean, exactly. You want to escape everything that's happening outside, this rain, this cold.
Yeah.
and rather go and see and feel the humid climate of Mauritius.
Right there. We need that.
Soak
we
it
need
all
that
up.
in our lives.
Soak it all up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale that's happening today, and exactly how we can get involved.
Okay, look, once again, it's epic. It is epic. It is airfares, it is packages. I mean, we have just got the best deals from so many of our partners. Like, I haven't seen pricing like this for a long time. We're like Beachcomber on sale, Holiday Factory, Thompson's, Lux, World Leisure, you name it, we've got it. Air Mauritius has come to the party. It is just beyond words. It is amazing.
So you've literally linked up with the best of the best.
We've linked up with the best of the best.
Packaged the best of the best.
Packaged the best of the best.
And now you're offering
We
it to
want
the
to get the families away. We want to get the golf weekends, weeks, I should say. We just want the honeymoons.
There we go.
The honeymoons, yeah. We want it all, you know. We want it all. We want it all. Yeah.
Of course, Mauritius known for its crystal clear blue waters, its sandy beaches, but there's so much more than that to Mauritius. Why would you say people need to go and visit? I'm sure you've been there a couple of times.
I have, and I believe you've also been there. So
I've also been to Mauritius a very long time ago when I was much, much younger.
Oh, you need another.
I need another Mauritius vacation.
You do. Look, I mean, the beaches are just they really are unparalleled. You know,
we're looking at them right now. Look at these. Oh my word!
So
stunning.
Do you know that Mauritius was named top Indian Ocean destination to visit? So, you know, you've got to see the island for more than just the resort. We love the resorts. 2-3 days there. Lots of you know, have your cocktail, have your all-inclusive or whatever you go for, and then get out the resorts, see the mountains, see the gorgeous, the place, you know?
Yes. And of course, with these leading deals that you've put together with all the wonderful partners that you're working with, I mean, the question I'm sure on everyone's mind is, when are these flights and packages valid, and travel dates to Mauritius? Let's talk about that.
So we're on day 2 of the 48 hours. So guys, we need you to go online now. So jump on Travel Start's website, call our agents up. It's valid today. Do not delay. Get on. Most of the pricing is up until October, but I must say, just, you know, you've got to be quite flexible, so that's key.
Okay.
But we want to get you there. So just give us a ring, and we're going to try and make something work for every budget, everywhere.
Yeah. So you could literally call now and book for a time, let's say just towards the end of autumn, which would be the end of the cold here, and by the time you get back, it's spring, and then you go spring, summer, and already...
Exactly. And then suddenly, you know, this what we've got going on outside right now, it becomes a little bit more bearable. So please, get online, get on the website, get onto our agents. Let's make this happen.
Absolutely. This Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale. It is on. And whether you're into history or nature or adventure or even food, traveling with your friends and family, or looking just to plan your honeymoon, or maybe even just a vacation by yourself. How about that? This island will certainly not disappoint you. Visit travelstart.co.za to book your flight now with the Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale.
Wouldn't you rather be in Mauritius right now? With Travel Start packages as awesome as they are affordable, it's a no-brainer. So this is your heads up on the 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale. This 29th and 30th of July on travelstart.co.za. With super discounted flights, packages to suit every pocket, and giveaways on top, Travel Start and the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority will get you to the islands.
So while the rain rages on outside, I'm sure you can hear it. I'm sure you're hoping to escape all of this gloom and doom of winter and go to Mauritius with our friends at Travel Start. Yeah, take a look at that. We're getting you some visuals from outside. But in the meantime, also on social media, gosh, this rain is crazy. On social media, we asked you, if you were to go to Mauritius for a weekend, name 3 things that you'd take with you. Right, Linda? Let's see what people had to say about that. Kay Mopule says, good morning, Expresso family. I'd take my cell phone, my bank cards, and my clothes.
Well, I'm glad they're taking their clothes.
Yeah, but that's a cheat, because it's not 3 things. That's like essentially a whole suitcase. But I like your way of thinking there. Lorna says, morning team. Mine would be food, okay? Toiletries and a good fat book.
The good fat book wins the end there for me. Yeah. I mean, there's so much water. Who needs toiletries? We swim every day. Yeah.
All right. Linda says, good morning. I can't go without my bikini, sunglasses, and husband. Oh, Linda nailed it.
Yeah,
Linda's in.
nailed it.
Linda's in.
Do we have another one? Yes. Wyland Cox says, I take my phone, my charger, and sunscreen. Lots of sunscreen.
Wise decision making there.
Absolutely, absolutely. You want to come back there, having protected your skin, but of course having made even better memories. So visit travelstart.co.za to get your bookings in. You can give them a call as well. The Travel Start 48-hour I'd rather be in Mauritius sale is now on.
It's on, G-Man.
You've been there, man. You were clowning around Mauritius.
I was.
And I say this with a fair amount of acid because I haven't been to Mauritius ever.
It's the jealousy.
Okay, and I'd much rather be in Mauritius right now. We did get to kind of live vicariously through you just a little bit. What was the best part for you? Now, in retrospect, what three things, because you were all-inclusive, so you didn't really need to think about anything, really.
True.
What do you need going into Mauritius?
I think the first thing for me definitely has to be my cell phone. I'm nothing without it. But also, there's so much to see that you want to share with everyone. So you're constantly wanting to take photographs and be posting onto social media to let people in on all your experiences, as I did when I went to Mauritius and you were watching on my Instagram.
No, I went through a detox. I went to a social media detox at that time. I just chose not to connect.
So I think my phone definitely. The nice thing about the resort that I stayed at was an all-inclusive resort, so I didn't need to have my wallet with me. So the next time I go, I definitely won't be taking that with me. But my sunglasses definitely, and I think I'm gonna pack some shorts as well.
Did you not have shorts this last time? Were you
I had to hustle. I had to hustle hard. Yeah, I had to hustle hard. So I need shorts for swimming.
He's learned. Look at that.
Oh
man, you went out.
This is so cool.
You look a little bit nervous going out into the water there.
I was totally nervous for many reasons. The first one is that I actually don't know how to swim. One. Yes.
That we're going to have to remedy on the show, eh?
Absolutely. I'm happy for us to do that. We'll do that. Yeah, but I don't know how to swim. So going off, sailing like that and having to help the guy steer the boat like that was scary for me. Because even though I had a life jacket on, I thought something can happen anytime and I'll die.
No, I don't know if it's that extreme, but I think that's an adventure. It's something that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Well, yeah, true.
Something that surprised us. We didn't know that you were. Don't laugh. You were an archer. Like I didn't realize that archery was one of your amazing skills, like golf.
Absolutely. I'm so good at it.
Look.
Yep. I mean, you can tell the technique and the skills.
I know,
like
and the way that you kind of. You keep your...
You know, that's me hunting for my bunny worms.
Do we have to shame him with the red circle around? It's called a rangefinder.
But that's
the 14-year-old girl's going to show you exactly how...
The 14-year-old girl.
This guy I'm
the
joking.
most bitter and the most jealous
it was rough,
travel
dude.
hater.
You were living your best life.
I was living
You were living
my
your best life. You went on boats.
Yeah.
You had a nightlife.
I did archery. I did yoga. Something totally fresh and new and interesting for me, and I found a new love for it. It really was such a wholesome experience. There is so much to do in Mauritius. It's difficult to take anyone through it. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Look at my beautiful feet. It was so nice.
Hey? And by then you had found your shorts as well, so that was it was a win-win. Buddy, thank you for taking us through that adventure.
Thank you.
We did live vicariously.
I'll show you some pictures now. Do you want to see more pictures from my holiday?
No, I don't want to see any of them.
Look here.
I don't. I watch the inserts. I don't.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Welcome back to it, your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Travel Tuesday. So good to be in your company. Listen, if you're thinking of traveling to Mauritius, then we can safely say the hashtag no filter description applies here to this island, which of course exudes a mesmerizing natural charm. We're talking about the island of Mauritius, and if you are like me and you want to see Mauritius splashed all over your timeline, then prepare to be blown away by the Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale, which is now on. Linda Baum is here back again to take us through a brief briefing of what it would entail to be on this island, which offers many experiences. You were there.
I was there
recently in October.
Yeah.
6 months ago, a couple of months ago.
I booked yesterday for January.
Oh, wow. You're going again in January?
I am, only because it was a 48-hour sale. So, you know, I mean, who says no to a sale? We know that, Kat.
Tell us, what's the best way to make use of this opportunity to get involved? There's 24 hours left in the sale.
24 hours left.
What should we do to get involved? And also, is there a limit to the amount of tickets I can buy?
Look, all I'm saying is for you, there's no limit for anything. You just get on. No, I must be honest, flexibility is key. There's certainly, there's a lot of availability. Literally, you just have to get online. You need to get calling us. We will make a way. You know, there are certainly quieter periods coming up over the next 3 months. Get into those periods. Be flexible. I mean, you know, you're getting such good value. If you get a good deal, just make life work around your holiday. Don't always make your holiday have to work around life. Like, I understand. You know, just make it work because it's so worth it.
So the sooner you get onto that website, essentially.
Just get onto that website.
The better.
I can't even begin to explain. Just get on, because then you're going to, so you don't have to have Graham, I mean, it'll be so just going on about
rubbing it in your face.
Rubbing it in your face.
Just continually going through his pictures.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. We need to be the one. We need to be the one showing the pictures.
So listen, of course, the weather in Mauritius is always a massive draw card, but there's so many other activities that go along with that. You think about sunbathing, lying on the sand and just absorbing the beautiful weather, maybe snorkeling, maybe swimming. When is the best time of year to visit Mauritius if you're looking to have all of those activities?
Okay, this is not a sales pitch by any means. This is, and it sounds cheesy, but there is no bad time. Like, there is literally, I mean, I mentioned we went in October, now we're going in January, I've been in May. You just have to kind of get the side of the island that you're going to stay on correct. So that's where a travel agent is usually the best person to advise. Okay, that's a little bit windy at this time of the year. Let's shift you to this side of the island.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, Mauritius, in terms of it being an affordable holiday destination with food, accommodation, and activities, what do you have to say about that? I mean, like I said, you've been there before.
Yeah, so there's multiple options, and you just need to know what your budget is.
Yes.
And you know, because you can go from very affordable self-catering, but just be aware then that food prices may lift your budget. Like they could actually break the budget a little bit.
As you have to plan with any trip that you go on, right?
Exactly. So, you know, there's all-inclusive, which really gets everything covered before you go, which is easy. My advice is get out of the hotels. If you've got the opportunity to eat out every now and again, hit the street food. It is good.
Yes.
It is affordable. It is Creole cooking at its best. So don't, you know, some of the half board, which is breakfast and dinner, that's amazing. I actually quite like that option because then you can, you know, get out during the day and have
nice and early as well, so you can experience breakfast somewhere else other than in your accommodation.
Exactly. You want to go see that sunrise over a different part of the ocean, you know? It's just amazing.
Your 3 top attractions in Mauritius.
So obviously, I mean, there's beaches and that water. So my advice is do every single free water activity that you can, and some. So don't just stop at the free. I'm like, you want to swim with dolphins.
Yes.
You want to give your family the opportunity to swim with dolphins. I would definitely advise hiking in the national parks, mountains, gorgeous, beyond stunning. And then I mentioned the food. Please, please, please try local food. Get out there, experience the island, try local food.
It's part of the experience, as you can see in these wonderful images that we're showing you right now.
I know. That's just unkind.
Get in my belly.
What are they doing to us? We're sitting here.
I think they're tantalizing us, which they're doing quite right. Linda, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you and the Travel Start team. So there you have it. Whether you are into history or nature, adventure or food, traveling with your friends and family, or looking to plan your honeymoon, or maybe even a vacation on your own, this island will not disappoint you. Visit travelstart.co.za to book your flight now with the Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale.
Wouldn't you rather be in Mauritius right now? With Travel Start packages as awesome as they are affordable, it's a no-brainer. So this is your heads up on the 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale. This 29th and 30th of July on travelstart.co.za. With super discounted flights, packages to suit every pocket and giveaways on top, Travel Start and the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority will get you to the islands.
So with mesmerizing dreams of Mauritius on this Travel Tuesday, we've asked you on social media to let us know what are the 3 things that you would take with you if you were to go to Mauritius for a weekend. And this is what some of our viewers had to say.
It's been magnificent.
Let's take a look. Bronwyn Cedra says, good morning, guys. I'll pack my husband, a sun hat, and my dog. That's a good trio.
You know, I like that trio. I like that trio. I mean...
Hopefully your husband weighs less than 20 kilograms.
Very good point right there.
Kevin Pillay says, good morning, Expresso family. I'll pack my phone, my wallet, and my shades. I always say high five to the people who say I'll pack my wallet, because then with that you can buy everything else that you need.
You do. You do. I like it. I like it a lot.
Let's see what else. Lorena Miller says, a morning great straight from the heart to you all. Thank you very much. Lorena would take her bank card, clothes and eyeliner a girl can never be without.
Look, I hope it's waterproof, because if not, you know, because she's going to be in the water. You know, just hot tip there, Lorena, waterproof eyeliner.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very, very much once again for bringing us great news. Visit travelstart.co.za to get in on all the action of that Travel Start 48-hour I'd Rather Be in Mauritius sale.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
Okay, Teresa, you ready?
I'm ready.
A 1, a 2, a 2, 3, 4. Ria Baker. Ria Baker.
I tried.
Rebecca, cuckoo. Okay,
next time we'll get it.
We'll get it next time properly. But, you know, when it comes to baking, chocolate doesn't only belong in cakes. Today we're making soft, fluffy, and oh so chocolatey buns. They're perfect for a cold evening, and they're best served with freshly brewed coffee. Now, here to show us how is Teresa Aliette.
Yes.
Hey, so
You got it.
Rebecca, cuckoo.
And
Come on. Okay, so this is really exciting for me because really around this time of the year, it's getting really cold. You want to be, you spend so much time at home. You want to be finding interesting ways to do the stuff you ordinarily would do without all the
extras.
the goodies.
Yes.
So what are we doing here today?
Right, so we're going to be making sweet chocolate buns. Okay, so we're going to make a yeast dough, first of all. What I've got here is some warm milk in the jug. We've added some instant dry yeast, and we've given it about 5 minutes. You can see it starting to froth a little bit. It needs that time to activate.
Okay, so you need to leave it for a bit, just that happens,
And make sure that your milk is warm, but not too hot. So you should be able to stick your fingertip in without burning it.
Okay,
That's
so
how I
was
tell.
that salt or sugar you just put in
That was sugar, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So you mix that in with the yeast, leave it for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then here we've got some flour. So we're going to add this into the flour.
Into the flour. Okay, well, the key word for this is Clover. SMS Clover to 33728 will SMS you a link to the recipe. So you'll learn how to make these oh so soft, oh so fluffy, oh so chocolatey buns.
I've added an egg and a pinch of salt.
Okay.
And then this is our Clover Mama Bake, which we're going to add, which is great for baking.
Yes. All the mamas, or everybody who likes to bake actually really does love the Mama Bake.
Absolutely.
It
there we
adds
go.
so much to the baking experience. So what are you doing now? Just mixing it all together?
So yes, I've added some chocolate. We've added milk chocolate and white chocolate. Double chuck. And give that a good mix until it comes together.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit wet, you can add some more flour. If it's a little bit dry, add some warm water. And then you knead it for 15 minutes until it's nice and sticky. Well, not too sticky, but soft and stretchy.
Yeah, and you'll be able to tell, obviously.
Yes, yeah.
Well, the fantastic thing here is we're using the Mama Bake, which contains 80% fat, which is absolutely fantastic. It is also a source of vitamin A and D, which is obviously ideal for all your yummy bakes.
Yes, nice bonus.
Yeah.
Right, so what we've got here is some that we made earlier.
Okay, cool. So you would have rolled it into...
Yeah, so we kneaded it for 15 minutes, and then you leave it in a warm place for about an hour until it doubles in size. And then what you can do, it's quite cold at the moment, so it's difficult for the dough to rise. So you can actually make it the night before and leave it in the fridge overnight, and it will prove in the fridge.
Oh, fantastic. So you give it enough time for that
so
to happen.
that's another option. So once it's risen, you break off a little ball and you roll it. Do you want to do one as well? Can you get
Yes,
your
I
hands
was
dirty?
about to ask, are you one of those bakers who are just too precious about the baking process that you will not let anyone else touch your baking in the
Get
kitchen?
involved.
Okay.
So you're going to roll little
Fabulous.
balls, and then what we've got here is some more clover mama bake, which we've
Okay.
melted, and we're going to brush that on.
How do you melt your mama bake? Do you put in like the microwave?
Microwave or on the stove is fine as well, just
Okay.
over a gentle heat. You don't want it to boil.
Yes. Okay, this one's a bit too small. But
And then, that's okay.
Mm.
And then you leave them to rise again for another half an hour or so.
Okay.
And then you bake them at 180 for 20 to 25 minutes.
Mm.
And then what we've done is we've made a chocolate ganache. So we've used dark chocolate and
Yeah.
cream.
Mm.
We've drizzled it over the top and then used the extra and spread it in the middle of your bun.
Oh,
so it's like
look at that.
Super
Look at how
chocolatey.
that looks.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so the key
Easy.
word is is clover. You need to SMS that to 33728. In case you missed any of these simple steps, take a look.
If you're a chocolate lover, then these Clover Mama Baked chocolate buns might just hit that sweet spot. Simple, hot and delicious, this is another mouth-watering Clover winter treat. Combine 1 sachet instant yeast, 1 tablespoon caster sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of Clover Fresh full cream milk in a large mixing bowl. Whisk to combine. Then add 30 ml of melted Clover Mama Bake, 1 large egg, 2 cups of cake flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and mix together until a dough has formed. Next, turn the dough over onto a floured surface and knead for 15 minutes. Add 80 grams each of chopped milk chocolate and white chocolate. And knead again to incorporate the chocolate chips. Set aside to double in size. Then knock the dough down and divide into equal portions. And roll into small balls before covering with melted Clover Mama Bake. Allow to double in size again. Then bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. Serve freshly baked from the oven, drizzled with extra chocolate sauce and a cup of tea to wash it all down. Yummy.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, it is that simple. So that's how you make it. Oh, we've got finished product here. And of course, you can drizzle and do all the chocolatey designs yourself.
I think
afterwards.
that one needs a little bit more chocolate though. What do you think?
Perfect. Yes, I agree with you. So I'm going to do that. You don't have to ask me twice, I promise you. We're getting in there. It is so nice. It's so soft as well.
Delicious.
The only thing you need after this really is a cup of coffee or tea. Cozy up. Invite your mates over. If Unalebo Member Society, they'll absolutely love you for this sort of thing. And the key word is Clover to 33728. Should we also, do you wanna get another one and then we'll invite the guys afterwards?
Should we share?
Yeah, after
Okay,
this.
all right.
Let's do this now.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
It is just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
yum.
Guys, I see you
come
salivating
and
there by
try.
the corner.
What did we make?
Come inside. We made some really delicious Clover chocolate
did you see
buns. They are amazing, guys. So
Limboed.
please help yourselves. Knock yourselves out and let us know what you think.
I'm going to share that one. That's
Can I cut this
one there
for us?
Teresa and I worked
looks great.
so hard.
Very hard.
At your dance performance.
perfecting
Can you swing that down the line?
So did you say
There we
Member
go.
Society would love this?
They will. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah?
If you're hosting, it is that time. Give month end. This weekend, if you're
month
hosting, give month end. You might want to make this.
Right now, were you
The
part of
Lollipop.
the squad? No. They were Member Society.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
right, welcome back.
Well, you're enjoying that chocolate.
The chocolate roll is amazing, but again, the bitter taste of never having been to Mauritius returns to my mouth. We've obviously been reminding you on our grooming journey with Big that looking after your skin is essential. It's a big part of our shaving routine, or beard growing routine for that, mastering your look. So before the break, we got a taste of what it's like to be in the beautiful island of Mauritius. But please don't forget
which
that,
I've done.
Yeah, and for a whole week, you were there. It felt like a month. But an essential part of going on a trip, going into that devastating Mauritian climate, is looking after your skin. Now, traveling can knock your skin big time.
It can, absolutely. Now, if you're a frequent flyer, you already know that there's nothing like a plane ride to dry out the skin. They really do take, it puts it under a lot of pressure. Now, the changes in temperature and climate that go hand in hand with travel takes its toll on the skin pretty quickly. So we're sharing the simple hacks that your skin deserves to survive your next flight.
Okay, probably not to Mauritius. Then it's important, first of all, to keep your shaving essentials close by. What I like about the Big Flex razors, they're compact, easy to transport, and the shaving creams come in a pretty handy, smaller, travel-friendly size as well. But please note, being a blade on a razor, and this being 75 milligrams, it's not the 50 milligrams that you'll need to adhere to in your hand luggage, so pack it in your suitcase.
Yeah, now before and after the flight, you need to flight-proof your skin with a wet wipe, moisturizer and lip balm. It's very important, guys. It needs to happen before the flight, and then you need to reapply directly after the flight. So once you land, immediately make sure that you reapply. This will ensure that your skin stays hydrated, which is very important for it, especially when it dries out, and then will be ready for its next shave.
Yeah, and I'll do it on board as well. Then while you're on board, in fact, order an extra glass of water every opportunity that you get during a flight. If you're on a long-haul flight, make friends with one of the stewards or stewardesses. Always do that. First thing, be nice to them, because they will be nice to you on the long haul, and keep the water flowing.
Yeah, that's right. Now, these easy tips will help you keep your skin hydrated healthily and ready for a smooth shave once you reach your destination. Now, if you're flying locally, there's no need to worry about running out of Bic products, since it is available at all leading local retailers. You can also head on over to za.bicworld.com to learn all about their profile of products. That is all the products that they've got on offer.
This nice little bonus here, if you purchase any Big Flex razor and WhatsApp a copy of your till slip to 082-255-3706, you could win yourself instantly a 1,000 Rand Superbalist voucher, and that's happening every day up until the 12th of August.
Yeah, terms and conditions do apply. You can find them on expressoshow.com. That number again to WhatsApp to is 082-255-3706. Good luck. Happy shaving.
Master your look with Big Flex.
Well, winter is officially in full force here in Cape Town, and it is the perfect time to escape the dreary city and head on over to the cozy winter wonderland that is Franschhoek. Of course, while you're there, you can cuddle up by the fireplace, explore the gorgeous winelands, and be surrounded by the beautiful Franschhoek Mountains. It certainly is the best way to experience winter.
Winter is here. And the best thing about winter in Cape Town is escaping to the wonderful winelands in Franschhoek. Whether you decide to meander through the wine fields or indulge in the best food and wine that the country has to offer, or simply experience the surreal beauty of the majestic mountains, there's something here for everyone. So today I'm at Protea Hotel by Marriott in Franschhoek to take it all in. Protea Hotels by Marriott in Franschhoek is the best location. It's nestled between the most majestic mountains and some of the most incredible vineyards you're going to find in the country that produce some of the best wines in the country. I visit a lot of hotels, and there's something so special about this particular hotel. The rooms are beautiful, they're quaint, they're pristine. If you're fortunate enough to have a room that's situated right next to the pool, you have hit the jackpot, because waking up in the morning and walking out and just seeing this stunning view, it's absolutely amazing. Another incredible feature of the hotel is the fact that they've got bikes available, which you can rent and take out for the day and explore the city. And the hotel is so central, so you really can get to anywhere very quickly. I absolutely loved visiting Chamonix Wine Estate. We started off with a game drive and we got to see all these different animals. There was zebra, there were eland, and I'm sure others lurking somewhere where we couldn't see them. The game drive was so much fun and you got to see the most incredible scenery. Franschhoek is absolutely spectacular and I loved every single second of it. When it comes to Franschhoek, we are spoiled for choice with some of the best wines in the world right at our fingertips. Where does one even start? We have some of the most amazing wines, if not the best wines that are produced right here in this incredible town. We got to go into the wine cellar. The wine cellar had this medieval feel about it. It was dark, it was gloomy, but the wine that came out of it was absolutely delicious. One of the best ways to experience the beauty of the winelands is not by car, not by foot, but rather a tranquil walk through the winelands with my buddy over here, Amira. Hello, girl. It was so wonderful to experience the winelands by horse, being out and about, being on this beautiful, majestic creature that I had a really, really great relationship with, by the way. And the sky was beautiful, the air was crisp, and you just feel like you're living this adventure in your backyard. It was absolutely wonderful. My guide was so knowledgeable about the winelands and about the history of the place. It really was a moment that I will never, ever forget. One thing is for sure, is that Franschhoek is home to some of the most amazing restaurants in the country. And that's why today I'm here at Foliage for some fun dining and a little bit of a foraging adventure. I met Chef Chris at Foliage and he is absolutely incredible. I've met him before on Expresso show when he's come to our studio, but now it was so nice because I get to be in his neck of the woods, I get to be in his territory.
So we grow as much as we can for the restaurant and we try and grow things that we can't buy.
He's so much fun, he's so knowledgeable, and he just seems to have a real love and passion for foraging, and it made me so excited and also just more appreciative of how much chefs put into the meals that they make. It's a baby beet.
It's a baby beet. That's bloody solid. We're going to use some of that on our dish. Fennel's one of my favorite things. So I absolutely love this raw. Oh, and here's the main star of our show today. So we've got some rooibos growing here, some marijuana. For the dish today, we made a couple of months ago a ferment with wild garlic, wild ginger, cannabis leaves, and an array of other different flavorful leaves.
Wow, it's pungent.
You know, it's just picked, so it's super fresh.
Are you going to taste this?
You can have it. Bye-bye. And then in the other garden next to the restaurant, we'll be picking some weeds. Okay. There's some singing nettle growing, which I want to use.
Chef, I always thought weeds were the bad guys.
No, weeds is like a band-aid for your soil.
Yeah.
So it can either show that there's something wrong or something really good with your soil.
It was really wonderful learning as I go and then getting up close and personal with plants and smells and tastes.
It's nice,
It tastes good.
They call it chickweed. The chickens eat it a lot. So.
It just made me more excited about seeing what you could use it with and how food can be transformed when you truly understand.
So this is stinging nettle. So here we've got real South African rose geranium, or malva, where the malva pudding name comes from. And then this is wormwood. If you make a tea from wormwood and eysterhout, a tea with those two together and buchu would be good for your chest, good for flu. So these type of things for your garden is important. So these things attract the right life into your garden.
I love it.
They also don't use a lot of water.
And of course, it's always wonderful to pick your own food and then to prepare it. And then another thing that just blew my mind was that chef smoked beetroot. And there was already, a few other things in there. There was fish, and then he just popped the beetroot in, and he ended up making a delicious puree with it.
Okay, what I've done with the nettle, I've made a puree.
Oh, wow.
It's very, very meaty. I've decided to add a protein, a locally farmed Franschhoek trout, the river trout.
Wow. The meal that I made, or should I say assisted in making, was so wonderful because I got to see everything that Chris and I foraged for actually being put on a plate and prepared. We picked things like fennel, which has a wonderful licoricey kind of smell. Chick weeds that I've never had before, which taste like corn. Bean leaves that taste like broad beans. Marijuana, I've never eaten it before. I ate it for the first time in my life.
All the little ganja leaves that we grow for the restaurant.
It was delicious. delicious. Beetroot millet as well, which is an ancient grain and indigenous to Africa, which is really wonderful. I've never had millet before in my life.
You can see here I've got a little bit of the millet with the stinging nettle puree.
Yes. So this was like a really amazing first time journey for me, which was very, very exciting. And then to see it all come to life on the plate, his incredible plating. Chef, do you know what I love is that everything on this plate right now, we kind of just foraged ourselves, and it's so local and it's so fresh and...
And voila, bon appetit.
Bon appetit, I love
Table
that.
2.
And it tasted amazing, mostly because I saw it being taken from the ground and put onto my plate, and it was just a journey that I had the best time being a part of. Delicious. Crisp mountain air, cozy fires, and some of the best food and wine that the country has to offer. This truly is a winter wonderland.
Discover the new language of travel. Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
Well, if you want to get a taste of that Franschhoek winter wonderland and winter sunshine, why not take advantage of their amazing winter promo where you can get 15% off the best available rate, and as a Marriott Bonvoy member, you can also enjoy 25% off as well as free breakfast. Protea Hotels by Marriott is also giving 2 lucky viewers the chance to each win a 2-night stay for 2 valued at over 2,000 Rand. And all you have to do is visit our Expresso Facebook page or Twitter page and comment on the competition post telling us what you love about winter getaways. This competition closes today at midnight, and VAS rates apply. T's and C's do apply. You can visit expressoshow.com to find them.
It's your time to shine with Orbit Gum and Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. To enter, record a video introducing yourself, telling us where you live and what you will bring to South Africa's award-winning breakfast show. Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag Presenter Search on 3 and we'll find you. Entries close on the 31st of July. Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition in proud association with Orbit. It's your time to shine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning. So good to be in your company. Start of a brand new day. Rain roaring outside.
Raindrops. But no, we need it. We need it. As much as you want to complain, we need the rain. Fill up them dams, please.
Absolutely. Hey, and can you believe it? There are only 2 days left to submit your entry for Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. Only 2 days, South Africa.
Come on,
And
y'all.
if you haven't yet made your video, do so and then post it to Instagram, of course, using that hashtag Presenter Search on 3. Then sit back and listen up as we are about to answer some rapid fire questions, because we do get a lot of those from you with regards to being presenters on the show and what it's like and the entire experience. So with 60 seconds on the clock, each of us are going to ask the other questions, and then we'll see how far you get as soon as possible. Okay, Tabi, so you're going to go first.
Okay,
We've got 60 seconds. I'm going to ask you.
Okay, go on.
Are you ready?
Cool.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Describe in 3 words how you felt when you won Presenter Search on 3.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe that's 4 words. Nah, you're dead in the water. How did you feel on your first day?
Nervous.
Nervous. What was your favorite day of the week to present and why?
Fridays, because of the Friday dance.
What has been your favorite interview and why?
Brooke Logan from The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching her, and it was just unbelievable that I was interviewing her.
When have you felt the most nervous on the show and why?
Right now.
My first week. And it's because I was still trying to figure out my space in the show and how to do certain things, technical things.
Yeah. What has your favorite dish on the show been so far?
Oh, had so many. The lamb shank.
The lamb shank. What was your favorite performance on the show so far?
Dr. Malinga.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Well,
you got through those. You got through those.
Awesome.
Yeah.
7,
Awesome.
6.
But then you must listen to me. When I say describe in three words, you can't say,
I'm like,
I can't
was so
believe
excited.
it because it was amazing.
That's like done. Cancels it. Okay, cool. Questions for you, Graham. Okay, cool.
All right.
Can we get the 60-second clock in for
Can
Graham?
I have the 7 seconds that he didn't use on his?
Okay, right. How did you feel on your first day?
Like an invasion of personal space because I got put on a plinth and then they came and stuck a camera right on my face and they were like, okay, let's get his real age versus his I was like, whoa, okay, so it's like that. Cool.
Okay, what's been your favorite interview and why?
Archbishop Desmond Tutu because it was Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
Which guest on the show has given you the most inspiration?
There have been too many. It's more the everyday. I think that we interviewed a young priest years ago who had been responsible for putting a whole lot of child murderers and rapists behind bars.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's been your favorite off-location shoot and why?
The garden route because it was just awesome.
When have you felt the most nervous and why?
So many times. Probably interviewing a rugby star, like a Francois Pinot type vibe.
What's your favorite performance on the show? What has it been so far?
Oh, it's impossible. I've loved them all so much.
Favorite
Cats
on the
show? Weeping.
And that's time. Well done,
It's so difficult to do these in 60 seconds
because
they're quite detailed. They're not like...
Yeah, no, but bearing in mind, I've probably on this show done 300 more interviews.
Yeah.
Been to 300 more locations.
Yeah, and it's difficult to pick that one.
I've forgotten how many times I've jumped out of an airplane. And that's how many times I've jumped out of an airplane on
And
the
you've
show.
probably interviewed some really big names that you've forgotten about as well.
Grasa Michelle, I mean, some amazing people, but Archbishop Emeritus was just amazing. He shut down his shop. He even missed a flight, and I took my mom to go and have tea with him, and he had his daughter. And it was magical. It was one of the best days of my life. So
what an opportunity.
Yeah,
and you made my mom cry with the performance of Weeping as well, which is what you remember. So lovely stuff.
Was that your favorite performance on the show?
Yeah, really well. I love the song, and it was really, really special for me. So, Kat, you ready, dude?
Okay, 60 seconds.
Cast your mind back, bro. In 3, 2, 1. How did you feel on your first day?
Super, super nervous, but very, very excited, over the top.
What has been your favorite interview and why?
Oh, man. Kofi Annan, One Young World in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The fact that he even just gave us his time and cancelled like other major news corporations in order to interview with us and what he shared with me.
For the kids, man, for the kids. One Young World, awesome initiative there. What was your favorite song to sing on the show and why?
Man, you
can give us a top 5.
No, it's got to be the one day when Johnny Clegg's guitarist came across, and then during the sound check, we were singing "Spirit of the Great Heart," and that was amazing, very special. Very special.
I can understand that. Yeah, can understand that. Describe how you felt when you were nominated for your first SAFTA.
In utter disbelief.
No, I think he's lying.
What?
I think he knew.
No, I'm serious.
Then how did you feel when you won your first SAFTA?
I was stuck to my chair.
Did you remember? Did you thank all the right people when you did your acceptance speech?
I think I did. Yes, I think I did. If I didn't, thank you.
Sorry.
Can we do that? Can we just chat? Can we just chat? But yeah, it was like I was stuck to my chair because I was like, did she just say my name?
Yeah.
Oh, that means I've got to walk up now.
All these people screaming behind you as well, cheering, clapping.
It's like when your insides turn to liquid.
You weren't hosting that year.
No, I wasn't hosting that. It was Luis Ogola was hosting that year.
Wow.
And my insides turned to liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome, man.
Did you feel like you couldn't walk properly walking up that stage?
I think I looked like an idiot.
Never, man, never. And then he came back and he broke his award.
No, that was the You Spectacular Award. I was pushing the trolley at the airport and it hit one of those ridges and then it just went clunk, clunk.
Did they at least replace it for you?
Not yet. I felt too embarrassed to ask.
You still won it.
Hopefully someone is watching. So I've got to say, this is the kind of vibe. This is what you get to do by joining our family. The ranks of one of the coolest shows, undoubtedly, on South African television. Award-winning breakfast show, SAFTA award-winning breakfast show that we are. So please get on it. Record your 1-minute video of what makes you unique, your name, your city. Get it onto Instagram, and hopefully we'll make you famous.
Yeah. Enjoy it, hey? Just be yourself and just show us what it is that you would bring. Post that video on Instagram using hashtag presenter search on 3, and the team will then find your application. And if your application is successful, then you'll be contacted and invited to audition in front of a panel of judges. And remember that you must introduce your name and where you live. And don't forget hashtag presenter search on 3, or else we won't be able to find that information.
Closes tomorrow, so you need to make sure you get on it ASAP.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been saying, I've missed a chance. You haven't missed a chance. You've got 2 days.
Yeah.
It'll take you 5 minutes, less, 1 minute to record a 1-minute video, but just get someone to help you out, make it look cool, but most importantly, just make it yourself. Just be yourself, have a lot of fun with it, because that's ultimately what we do.
Importantly, T's and C's apply.
Yeah.
Find them on presentersearchon3.com. What a wonderful day it's been. Thanks to our dance champions. I think we need to just get our hips greased a little bit so we can cha-cha properly.
Okay,
but
cool.
until then,
For
make
next
someone
time.
smile
For
out
next
there.
time.
Have a
Love
good
you.
Tuesday.
Too much.
Bye.
Adios.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.